U.S. Consular Chief at the U.S. Embassy in Freetown. Continue to listen to Epic Radio 99.3 FM for the most credible and factual news.
Today on Friday, the 17th of April 2026. Hello and welcome to the last edition of the Epic Morning Show for the week on Epic Radio 99.3 FM. Get me around the world on myepiconline.com, Choice FM and Radio Garden. My name is Usman Ibrahim Mara. As always on Fridays, we review the biggest international stories of the week and our continued special coverage of the ceasefires between the warring parties them in the Middle East, that's Israel and Hezbollah in Lebanon, and of course the US, Israel and Iran in putting a pause on the conflict on Iran. We will discuss the 10 days ceasefire with Norwich between the Lebanese government and the Israelis them after a meeting in Washington DC with the US Secretary of State Marco Rubio, plus the fragile ceasefire between the US, Israel and Iran very soon. This is the Epic Morning Show. Stay with us. Today, a fresh start, not just another day, but another opportunity for a write you story. Waiting ever not happen on our work yesterday, left and bien. This morning, you dey rise with purpose, with strength, and with a mindset for say, I will not give up. Remember for say, success is not about how fast you move, it's about your consistency. Every small step today can lead to a big victory tomorrow. So stay focused, stay disciplined, and most importantly, believe in yourself. Even when people choose no for, because at the end of the day, you get yourself to ask the question, what I really do at a very, very tough moment. And people go question you too. Say you were very weak during tough times. So for avoid all of those unforeseen circumstances, them show up for yourself with strength, with purpose, and with a motivation for achieve greater achievements them in the future. Stay with us. This is not the Epic Morning Show.
Next loop, Papezois.
Yo, the dawn.
Yeah, man. Nowadays, man, ain't got for work hard, man. Work hard, you know what I mean?
Baby.
Yeah, man. Life nowadays is not easy. It not easy. No need for full food, full on, man. That not true, man. Work hard, you got for sweat. Yeah. Yo. Tango can way, man, must better. Tango can, man, must eat kete. Ten must come, body man, not take care. Where you work hard, you go eat, man, not to pass seven. Oh, mama, the dunya don't change. Outside things can go for sleep, self love range. Where you work, you must get. Easy work all day, man, you must sweat. Politics, they beat with the NS. Some people that want, now they no more forget. Work hard, I go work hard, body man, but I choke back. Stress and more, make the face and twist like so black. Anyway, no full food, full on. If work they wrapped in up like general. Papers will tell them, let them also bear. Black Snoop say, let them not go see money.
Brother, now for work hard, you go make 'em one day.
You must make up.
By the way you work hard, you go get your pay.
You must get up.
Life no one worry, you get for work, forget you young.
That's not true.
Life no one yagba, if you work, you go make a more. If you work, you don't make some more.
When you did right, you for the watch all all the road signs make we all safe na the road.
The Ministry of Transport and Aviation and the Sierra Leone Road Safety Authority (SLRSA) no gladdy for the way and manner where certain people them where they use the road, they behave. Driver and rider them more the time where traffic can jam. Plenty pan them, more keke rider them. All the time they ride na the wrong lane where they make the traffic number flow fine. The SLRSA, they member all driver, rider, and vehicle owner them say for use the route where you no get right for use. Now serious offense under the Road Traffic Act 2007 and the Road Traffic Regulation 2011. Do ya take notice of them so? Now the routes or lane where they approve no more you for use. You for obey the sign them, marking and traffic instruction them. Make sure say you safe and the one themselves where they use the road safe. Then don't want you lonta. Now the Ministry of Transport and Aviation will join on with the Sierra Leone Road Safety Authority (SLRSA) and all who that the andep and transport business bring this message to you.
When you dey waka, safu safu. When you dey drive, kele kele. You for the watch all the road signs make we all safe na the road.
Some moments can call for calm, others can demand for energy. And with Karel, you get the best of the two worlds. For tea lovers them, Karel Aroti Premium Blend, they deliver true quality in every cup. The tea leaf they come out from high mountain area them. This premium black tea strong, natural and full of character. It will give you one different taste and fresh feeling. We go deal with you all day. With 100 tea bag na every pack, you go always get more for enjoy and safe for share. Karel Aroti. Feel the freshness of nature in every sip. And when you need energy for power you day, just take Aro Cafe. Made from 100% pure premium coffee. Aro Cafe, rich and gets fine smell. One cup will help you stay energetic and active all day. Quick for share and good for any time and any size. Two great choices and one trusted name. Karel with a bring premium tea and coffee for every environment.
I can tell you that Solomon is first food love Dando.
Papa, Benny Mix don't come back home. Look where he rich and fine. Now salon here they make
Epic Radio.
Make it always fresh and not here at all. Yes, so then they get 14 important vitamin them where they make picking grow strong, smart and healthy. If fine for big person, it they make your body fresh. You don't ask for cook at all, and you they able to eat in the morning as breakfast, afternoon as lunch, even time safe as dinner. Then they mix get different type like picking mix and super mix for all ages. Members say then they mix them a packet and they write PLC panel. Then they mix they all sign as a for sale. But if you want to buy plenty, you are number 44 Battle Street Freetown or call on 078 134 541 073 661 648 or 088 077 678. Penny Mix, grow strong, grow smart.
Sometimes then day, when things they go wrong in your community and people they keep quiet. But for keep quiet, not to fix the problem. Now that's make Epic Radio they bring to you blowing the whistle. Blowing the whistle like a radio show who say ordinary people them go talk about what's in really they happen. Now then community them. When are from bad road, no water, poor service, unfair treatments, and corruption. So now this show, where they call out things them respectfully and honestly. And when something good they happen, where people they make progress and real change in their life, we also they talk about them. This time you chance,
Epic Radio.
Speak up and follow the hear your voice and follow you ask questions when they go answer. Whether you live in a town or a village, whether you young or you a woman, or whether you a community leader or a concerned citizen, this show now for you. We not just they talk and forget, we they follow up with the issue so that something happen. Blowing the whistle, your voice, your community, your power, only on Epic Radio 99.3 FM.
Right, welcome back to the Epic Morning Show. The U.S. President Donald Trump just yesterday announced for say Lebanon and Israel after a meeting with them behold in Washington D.C. with the U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio, the first in decades. They don't agree for reach a ceasefire, a 10 days ceasefire. We'll see the pause in bombing of Lebanon. We know so far in the conflict there in Lebanon only, Israel don't kill more than 2,000 Lebanese civilians then. And we see the ceasefire being welcomed also by Iran. But this is not what President Trump post on his Truth Social platform. He say, I just had excellent conversations with the highly respected President Joseph Aoun of Lebanon and the Prime Minister of Israel, Bibi Netanyahu. And these two leaders have agreed that in order to achieve peace between their countries, they will formally begin a 10-day ceasefire at 10 p.m. ET on Tuesday. Now, the two countries meet for the very first time in 34 years here in Washington, D.C., with our great U.S. Secretary of State, Marco Rubio. I've directed Vice President J.D. Vance and Secretary of State Rubio, together with the Chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, to work with Israel and Lebanon to achieve a lasting peace. It has been my honor to solve 9 wars across the world, and this will be my 10th. So let's get it done. President Donald J. Trump. Now, with President Trump announcing the ceasefire deal, the 10 days pause in fighting between Lebanon's Hezbollah and the Israeli IDF. We know just after the announcement, Iran welcomed the ceasefire deal and also called for the full withdrawal of Israeli forces then within stationed at the southern part of Lebanon. We've heard from senior members of the Israeli military and government say Israel wants to occupy up to the Litani River in Lebanon as part of the Greater Israel Project, when to occupy much of the Lebanese territory, occupy the entirety of Jordan, parts of Saudi Arabia and Egypt, plus other countries them, we will make Israel be 21 times larger in land size. We've seen this statement coming from President Trump saying that he wants the U.S., Israeli and Lebanese officials them for meet yet again as we for achieve a lasting peace between Lebanon and Israel. The Israeli IDF, the Israeli Foreign Affairs Ministry, just yesterday evening posted on the Truth Social on the social media platforms them. They say Iran na the shadow of Lebanon, so need they for partition the Lebanese Hezbollah group from Iran. And this fragile ceasefire deal between the U.S., Israel, and Iran, the 12 days pause in fighting, we're almost more than a week into and waiting at the negotiations so far. President Trump announced just days ago also that a meeting will also be held at the end of the week for permanently put an end to the conflict between the U.S., Israel, and Iran. President Trump will also be send U.S. Navy ships them for blockade. Iran then blockade of the Strait of Hormuz. Iran, we say that a crime, na international crime, but you know Iran also we don't block ships them from passing through the Strait of Hormuz, illegal under international law. So waiting at the prospect for get a permanent ceasefire between the U.S., Israel, and Iran. And we had Iranian officials saying that the Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has been in the forefront of sabotaging the ceasefire deal between the U.S., Israel, and Iran because it will benefit her more if we continue the conflict as Israel they head to the polls in October. This is not the Epic Morning Show. Stay with me on Epic Radio 99.3 FM. In the eastern part of Freedom via Choice FM, we do live on the website at www.myepiconline.com, live on the World Radio app, that's Radio Garden. We do live on Facebook and the Epic Radio YouTube channel. My name is Usman Ibrahim Marat. Today on Friday again, and we review the biggest international stories of the week. Our continued special coverage of the ceasefires between the U.S., Israel, and Iran for put a pause in the conflict on Iran, and also put a pause on the conflict between another front in this conflict in the Middle East between the Israeli IDF and the Hezbollah military group. We also questioned today in the Epic Morning Show the inability of the Lebanese armed group Hezbollah for negotiate for end their own conflict. I mean, we see until the Lebanese government come in and negotiate for Hezbollah for put a pause to the conflict, the inability of the Hezbollah group for negotiate for end a conflict will involve them. We could discuss also inside the Epic Morning Show this morning. Good morning.
Well, me family them. This not just another promo. This not just another advert. This my love song for the best juice in town. Sierra Juice.
Sierra Juice.
The on-site for sale.
Sierra Juice.
So
Epic
refresh.
Radio.
So fresh, Sierra Juice.
The on-site for sale.
Sierra Juice.
So refreshing.
So refreshing.
Hey, it's Epic Juice. Made in Salon.
OneXBet, where sports come alive. Visit the site or app and join the Game On promo. Get a chance to win an iPhone
Epic
16,
Radio.
cash prizes up to 11,500 leones, and a weekly free bet of up to 20%. More bets mean more tickets and rewards. Enter the promo code ONLEON and boost your game to the
Epic.
max. OneXBet. Game On. Together in the game.
Next Snoop, Papizois.
Yo, the dawn.
Yeah, man. Nowadays, man, ain't got for work hard, man. Work hard, you know what I mean?
baby.
Yeah, man. Life nowadays is not easy. It not easy. No need for full food full on, man. That not true, man. Work hard, you got for sweat. Yeah. Yo. Tango can way, man, must better. Tango can, man, must eat kete. Ten must come, body man, not take care. Where you work hard, you go eat, man, not to pass seven. Oh, mama, the dunya don't change. Outside things can go for sleep, self lab range. Where you work, you must get. Easy work all day, man, you must sweat. Politics, the beats with the NS. Some people that want, now they no more forget. Work hard, I go work hard, body man, but I choke back. Stress and more make the face and twist like so black. Anyway, no full food, full on. If folk they grabbed in up like general. Papas will tell them, let them also bear. Black Snoop say, let them no go see money.
Brother, now for work hard, you gon' make 'em one day.
You must make up.
Like the way you work hard, you gon' get you your pay.
You must get up.
Life no more worry, you get for work, forget you young.
That's not true.
Life no more yagba, if you work, you gon' make 'em more. If you don't work, you don't make 'em more. You for always up for sale.
You go make a one day.
If you don't sell, you don't make 'em more. You for always keep your faith.
Sing go better one day.
Work hard, brother.
You go make a one day.
Work hard, sister.
Sing go better one day.
Anything you do not this morning, for always keep the faith, keep the faith. If today don't fall for you, tomorrow you gon' make them more. So now for always pray to the Lord, for make you pull it from the wicked on the right way. Pray to the Lord, for make you better, maybe you go come. If you did offend you know for wicked, maybe you go get you inside this weekend. But I'm not for patience, work hard, you go get, but I'm not too positive.
Welcome back to the Epic Morning Show. Introducing Reginald Brian Ojukutu Sawyer. Reginald, good morning. I just want to say Reginald is here for the latest breaking news. Reginald, let's start off with the sentencing of Julius Malema just yesterday. What happened in South Africa? This, of course, after you get a long-standing case from 2018. After we fire a rifle, a gun during a 2018 rally. And we know say Nana, the leader of the Economic Freedom Fighters Party, a very vibrant opposition political party in South Africa day, and they indict him at a stadium in the East Cape. Outside and discharge which he claimed as a toy gun in celebration. So according to him, he say he fired the rifle, he fired the gun at the air as a celebration. He say the gun, according to him, a toy gun. And we know say the sentencing of him yesterday include 5 years of unlawful possession of firearm, 2 years of unlawful possession of ammunition, additional fines for other offenses, including firing a weapon in a public area. See, all these sentences them go on concurrently when we come 5 years. But we see the courts began to bail yesterday. What do you make of the sentencing of Julius Malema?
Thank you very much. I think for me, it not come to me as a surprise. There has always been this push for silence the AFF leader, with Julius Malema. And like I tell you earlier, we know it has been not only to this government, not to under, the turn on the flank to Ramaphosa, but also to the one that we come from Jacob Zuma in time. In fact, we've always seen this kind of push as against the government, and also having then kind of people in the opposition, Usman. You will always want to find a way to see how you can silence him and all.
But Reginald, look at the offense, firing a rifle at a rally. And by the way, rally means lots of people were there.
Exactly.
You don't think that's a valid
Well,
case?
again, the Malema say, like you rightly said, it was a toy gun. It justified that it was a celebration move, and then I up the sky if I mean say like basically direct to anybody and all. But again, I look at her yesterday. He's a very interesting guy, Usman. Why is them they read the sentence? He was at some point smiling. At some point, he making quotes this kind of way and all. I was like, it seems not worried. He seems not bothered and all. But again, we all know, say, if you don't have license, you don't get right for all gun. They waka with them no more. Even, for example, in Salonia, so we know that is something that is forbidden. You have to license your gun or whatever instrument we get, ensure you get permit for them, and you don't use it anyhow. You only use it maybe not for self-defense. They attack you and all, and at that point, say that is the only thing that you can use to defend yourself. That is how you use it. So I
think that discredits the first argument we make, where you say from Jacob Zuma in time, and now Cyril Ramaphosa. We've seen an attempt by government them for silence Julius Malema. But now you talk say you say carrying a rifle, a gun.
No, I'm just saying.
But according to the sentencing now, they say he carried the gun illegally and fired the gunshot.
Well, again, Malema is still arguing that it was not a rounded firearm. We fully get cartridge and all. He's still emphasizing that it was a toy gun and all. So I don't know as to how the court be able to prove as to whether that was a toy gun or it was not a toy gun.
Because they have the gun in their possession.
So now they say. So again, that alone we know it's not it should not be. Nobody not get right for all gun. Like I said, we not get license.
So we make the case against Malema justifiable.
At some point, it's kind of justifiable. I don't know. I understand the appeal decision as at yesterday when I started to follow on the social media, following news channel. I understand it's going to appeal that decision, and I don't know on which ground, maybe as to whether or for reduce the jail term or the sentence term. Maybe that will be a time we go discuss, we go talk on that. But again, Usman, the fact, but we've seen it. The last time Cyril Ramaphosa went to the White House, Malema in video was played on one of the projector screen, and President Trump did ask a question. So it is no secret that Malema has been the focus, the central focus. Everybody talks about him. Whether you're in South Africa, you're out of South Africa, people do speak about him. Even Donald Trump knows about Malema. We see how the last time they went there, Malema also say it turned the White House to a cinema. Imagine and go for.
President Trump say turn the lights off. No, he play the video.
And then he asks, he say, "It's me. Who is this guy?" Kind of things. And in a very imagine then go for a diplomatic, and Malema he should go calm up. So it has been that central focus. It's no secret about this, and this is not the first time he has been intimidated.
But this time around, you don't think we see the first time. We think this is also a political move by the current government. Which hunt?
Well, 100%. I won't. I know clearly. Say you say it's which hunt 100%. But I think at some point, I look at the charges, Usman. In fact, the amount of money where they get different ramps, where they fine them yesterday, where they go to ramp or 6 months. If you not pay the fine, they go 6 months. If you not pay the fine, and you couple all of those ones, it's about 18 months or so added to the 5 years. So it's indeed going to be a very long journey, and they are still emphasizing that if we go na prisons and all of those other things as well. But which one thing, Usman, in Africa, that need to happen. Everybody wants to silence the person you feel like say they push you to that kind of extent.
But even
that is normal in Africa.
Yeah, even in the last election, Reginald, I mean, around Africa, around the world, Julius Malema is a very, very popular politician from Africa. We see viral videos of him as a pan-Africanist. But in South Africa, you know, like we get the APC and SLPP, it's not like in party the EFF is like the second largest opposition political party. I think they came third or fourth in the last election. So not so a pivotal or a bottleneck for the ANC.
I just feel like they are small but mighty, Usman. Look at how they are challenging issues there in Parliament. And all.
But they're not getting the will of the people of South Africa, so that's the problem. A small problem.
It's indeed. So sometimes I can ask myself a question as to whether them actually we all know the EFF now pure Pan-Africanist them. Then they fight against we know say South Africa is a state where before them you get this apartheid business, white people and don't come, and then it's kind of mixed now. You see whites that are South Africans and all. And this has been a case where they only fight since the tenure of the late Nelson Mandela and all of those other things as well. But again, like you say, I think some people do love the ideologies. Some South Africans do love the ideology. Yesterday, in fact, some of the party MPs, members of the party move out of the city. We are protesting as against that sentence, citing that it was unjustifiable, it was harsh, and then it was totally not. And also the sense then they say government is almost like interfering into the judiciary. So I asked me yesterday, I just shake me and say, wow, so Sierra Leone is not the only country where with a question as to whether the judiciary is independent fully and all. It happens again, or there is something like such will happen in other African country. It's going to be a very long ride for them as well. But I think I won't sit here, Usman, and support Malema to go out there, whether it be the jubilant form of for far life. I won't say it was correct. That was totally not correct. Yeah. But again, I feel like there is always going to be a way out to see how we can. Malema, the government or the judiciary, even though nobody's above the law, and see how themselves can come and can put this matter to bed and move forward.
Reginald, let's discuss on the ceasefire between the US, Israel, and Iran. And we see President Trump announcing a ceasefire in another front on Lebanon. We know the Lebanese armed group, the Hezbollah, they start for fire rockets and missiles them onto northern Israel after the conflict broke out between the US, Israel, and Iran. The Hezbollah group said they start for attack Israel in response for help out the Lebanese civilians them. But we see a ceasefire happen after a meeting between Lebanese and Israeli officials in Washington, D.C. with the U.S. Secretary of State, Marco Rubio. This now be the first meeting in 34 years. But however, now, though, what do you make of the ceasefire deal? We see Iran also welcoming the cease in hostilities. What do you make of that?
I think it's a good news. I was just hoping that, we all know it happened some couple of days back where this gets for deal with Israel, Iran, the talk where they get the talk. Sorry, America and Iran, the meeting where them go get now Pakistan. And I hope that kind of still meeting not happen again this time around. I think it's good that we've seen that ceasefire between the Israel and then the Hezbollah them. That has been the cry of a lot of people them way out there. And so to have it done now, I think it's very much good. We just hope that it lasts this time around, because other time they go ceasefire.
It's a 10 days pause.
Yes, 10 days. Now it's the other time they exclusively go ceasefire, and then maybe within the stipulated time frame, in fact, they don't agree on something will just bust up and happen. So I'm hoping that this time around it's sustainable. We don't return back to fighting and all, because this particular war has been in the long run for quite a long time now. So we hope that it will finally come to rest, and then we move forward, Usman.
Okay, introducing Mawia Jalo. Mawia, good morning. Welcome to the Epic Morning Show.
Yes, good morning. Happy for you.
Yeah, Mawia, I want your brief opinion on the sentencing of Julius Malema just yesterday. I know you don't see him on the web. You don't see him the viral videos where they hand the sentence to him, and we see, according to widely reported information, for say they don't grant him bail yesterday, and we know he's the leader of the EFF, the Economic Freedom Fighters Party, a very vibrant opposition political group in South Africa. And the case also on that he fired a rifle during the 2018 rally. Of course, Malema do argue for say the rifle we fire na be a toy gun, and that the fire we firearm na be just because he's in a celebration mood. Which he make entirely because Reginald was saying that he thinks say Julius Malema over the course of the past government them from Jacob Zuma and now during the current leadership of Cyril Ramaphosa, he has been targeted by governments.
Yes, well, I think Madam Master said don't say that. I mean, quite a few times. Well, not so a few times, a lot of times. You know, talking about the trial, have always. I mean, like how you explained, therefore, you know, push out innocence. You know, and you know the intent behind what they do and all of them thing and you know. But then again, for me, I think when you go to the middle, the Central and Southern Africa, you know, for me, I think say you'll see that more or less the judiciary is a lot better than when you come to Western Africa. That's how I see it. You know, if you look at, I mean, Kenya, for instance, now the only place where you know judges actually able for overturn, you know, election results and say no, this is wrong and this is right, you know. So in as much as for me, I am actually a Malema fan. To be very honest, I'm a Malema fan. I think.
You think this is politically charged?
No. For me, I don't think this is. I really think it's the law actually taking its course. For me, I think it's the law actually taking its course. I felt a lot sad. For me, I don't think say it is something we them for really charge them for. I mean, and convict and sentence and this way, you know. But then, to be very honest, for me, I don't think this is a politically charged thing. When you look at the record of the judiciary, it is not perfect, but a lot. I believe it's a lot better. I mean, it's a judiciary. We don't send them former I mean, president behind bars. You know, it's a judiciary. We actually should say they can take correct decisions. For me, I think. I'm not saying the judiciary is perfect, but for me, I think the sentencing is not malicious.
Okay.
And for me, when you look at Malema in entire, I mean, just suppose you know wouldn't be the sentence, you will say, you know, act very, very surprised or anything. But anyways, me also they look forward to what will be his reaction. They look forward to waiting actually get for say and within the party get for.
Yeah, we see with a smile during this. We didn't hand the sentence
exactly.
to him yesterday. But we'll move ahead now. Quickly on the U.S., Israel, and Iran conflict, the fragile ceasefires in the two fronts them in Lebanon and in Iran. We see the announcement of a 10 days pause in fighting between the Lebanese Hezbollah group and the IDF of Israel, announced by President Trump. This happened after the meeting the direct meeting gets between Lebanese and Israeli officials them in more than 3 decades now, Washington D.C. with the U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio. President Trump also say there are prospects for say we'll get a permanent ceasefire very soon for end the conflict in Iran. What do you make of the first, the one phase, the Lebanese ceasefire, the 10 days pause?
You know, for me, I think it's just really unfortunate that Israel only act to rogue on Lebanon for a very long time, and you know the president just seem a lot dormant because for the most part of it, the actual, Lebanese government are not they are not necessarily against Israel and American policies, but then for see Israel, they take advantage of, always, because that's how always Israel have done, when they want to bomb you, they say, oh, na Hamas with the feds. That's how they take for turn Gaza into rubble. They say they are fighting Hamas, and I think that's the same thing they want to do with Lebanon. Say they are fighting Hezbollah. But you are fighting Hezbollah, but you're targeting civilians. Inside 10 minutes, you're able to launch 100 weapons and kill a lot of people. And these are not Hezbollah fighters you are bombing. And when you look at the sophistication of, the Israeli military and the American military, these are people who can take you out with, precision. So if they are doing indiscriminate bombing, you only take it that they mean. So
yeah, but think say it is the right decision for be at peace with Israel instead. Because clearly now, the Hezbollah military group is much more powerful than the Lebanese military itself. So the Lebanese government saying that you want to forget a ceasefire, want to forget peace with Israel, I don't think that's the right decision.
Yes, it is the right decision for them. It is the right decision for the government to take. At least for me, I think it will actually expose whether Israel wants a peace or doesn't want a peace. Because for me, I don't think it's a peace deal we actually get for work. Because over and over again, we don't see Netanyahu, they say one thing, this is what we want, one thing, and also doing a whole different thing. You understand? So yes, the Lebanese government for me has always been a stooge. I don't think say they really don't defend for in the interest of the Lebanese people. I think most of the things they cancel there now is caused by actually the Lebanese government. So maybe this could be a good thing for them. Because it will be able to prevent the Baku killing where they happen. But then again, for me, I don't think nothing we get for last, because then
it's a 10 days pause. But President Trump say it will also push for other direct meeting will happen between the two people, the two sides. Them forget a permanent.
The 2 weeks first one we didn't do. Lebanon was clearly included, especially according to the middleman when I've been Pakistan. Then say Lebanon was included. The first one we didn't get in negotiation. This Lebanon was included, but then Netanyahu said Lebanon is not included, so he had to bomb them. So for me, I don't think say Netanyahu ever actually hold on to his word. But let us see how this 10 days go, because ever again they don't blow up ceasefire. So I don't trust. Me personally, I don't trust.
Yeah, but with now the prospect of President Trump, we say one for make them meet again, forget a permanent cease of hostilities, forget a permanent ceasefire in the Lebanese front. Because clearly now, it is not the Lebanese military fighting against the Israeli IDF. It is the Hezbollah. So excluding the Hezbollah group in the ceasefire talks, you think there really will be a permanent pause in fighting?
We really hope so. To be very honest, the entire of the world just wants peace. Everybody just wants peace. All of us want actually peace. So we are hoping for that. But the problem is, if you don't observe throughout this war, you find out say little of what Trump actually says actually holds its ground, especially if that thing is disagreed by Israel. So it make the narrative where most people they say that Trump himself is being controlled by, the Israelis and the Israeli lobbies. It make that claim they look very, very substantive. Trump has said many things. Trump said we don't get a deal with Iran. The next morning, Israel said we don't have a deal. Then just go ahead and bomb everything. So how can we actually be certain, say, this with Trump say it's actually happening? So it's always a doubt. I think it's one of the very first times in history where an American president go say something and the world say, oh, I don't think say this will happen, or I think say this will happen. We are not even certain about whether they are happening. But the hope is, yes, it will happen.
Yeah, but you think President Trump really want foresee peace in the Middle East?
Yes. Me believes it's Trump want for see peace.
What you don't show make you think say we want for see peace?
Well, over again, Trump,
because President Trump now starts this whole conflict,
Yes, Trump, and I will not say Trump started it.
Now that started not President Trump. Now that
Netanyahu.
Well, now President Trump now pull it trigger. So it's President Trump we start this whole conflict.
Trump is a stooge in this. I believe the narrative we say Trump is really a stooge in this. If you check Trump, even Trump, some of him main man, them JD Vance, they are all stooges in this. They don't really want a war. When they go na Pakistan for, this negotiation, all of the reports will come. It's over and over again. JD Vance actually wanted to make a deal. Even Netanyahu had to talk to JD Vance to not get a deal. You understand? So that deal actually collapsed because of not because of what they want to do, but because what the external forces want to do. So yes, Trump could squarely be blamed for everything that happened, but I think it's more or less like a stooge. Imagine everything with Trump the tweets right now. The man doesn't look like himself. Imagine Trump is tweeting against the Pope, the fights the Pope, how the Pope is not this and that. So all of those things, that man is not himself. Go back and see. Trump has always been a vocal person and all of them in the but when you look at the things Trump said and what he stood for, I think Trump is just a stooge that has been used
by Bibi Netanyahu.
Yes, and it's.
You think Bibi Netanyahu made the decision on what in America they do, the conduct of the US in
it
the Middle East?
It looks a lot like it, and then if they may say them before, it will look like a conspiracy theory, but it is then now it's not a conspiracy theory. It looks a lot like the reality.
Maria, the ceasefire negotiations will happen in Islamabad, Pakistan, for over 22 hours. Reach a deal for end the conflict, and President Trump announcing a blockade of Iran. Iran they blockade na the Straits of Hormuz. You think that blockade way America do on Iran? Now I don't push Iran to actually come back and negotiation table, because President Trump say in the next few days both Iran and the US commit also for another direct set of negotiation for end the conflict, permanent end of the conflict. You think Iran don't make some concessions then?
Yes. To be very honest, America has the biggest military. No matter how you look at it, no matter how you want to do a standoff, how brave you are, how good the Iran military is, America has a superior military. That's a fact. So because they have that superior military, one way or the other, they must be able to pressure you to do some things. Iran has been very, very brave over the course of this war, But then again, Iran have always wanted, to have a negotiation. Remember before this war, Iran agreed to, even before the start of this war, Iran agreed to several negotiations when, they have been bombed during negotiations. You understand? So many of the negotiations don't collapse. And also when you come into this war, the world economies the world economy is actually really crumbling. Iran is doing that according to them. It's self-defense. They don't have any other maybe bigger leverage that would have to take, and that is why they are blocking the strait. You understand? But now when Trump is doing this blockade, it's bringing a complete shutdown of the global economy. That is what they're doing. So yes, naturally Iran will want to make a deal go through. But then again, I feel like trying to make a deal go through not necessarily means they are losing the war entirely or America is winning the war entirely.
Okay, you still live the Epic Morning Show. Let's go now for a very short break. We're live on Epic Radio 99.3 FM, live in the eastern part of Freetown via Choice FM. We're live on the website at www.myepiconline.com, Choice FM, and Radio Garden. Also live on Facebook and YouTube. We'll go now for a very short break. After that, you can call we inside the show on 079 994 993.
You need a bank that cares about you. We are here to lend a hand, and we will place no one above you. Modern banking made easy. Whatever your dreams may be, Bloom Bank will get you there. Blooming together, we'll walk with you every step of the way. Banking with excellence at the tip of your fingers. There's only one bank. Bloom Bank Africa, we make it happen. Bloom Bank
Epic Radio.
We make it happen. Bloom Bank Africa.
attention of customers. We focus on cutting-edge marketing communications that communicate, engage, and interact directly with our client's target. Our vast experience in the fascinating world of marketing communications, event management, below-the-line activations, and more ensures that we deliver nothing but amazing results. We are the agency of everything creative. We are Priority Solutions Limited. Talk to us for all your marketing communications, multimedia productions, event management, experientials or activations, media management, public relations, and more. We are a trusted brand, and the results and quality of our services can be seen through the brands we have worked with. Visit our website at www.prioritysolutions.co or call us on +232 76 1032. Priority Solutions, we know what works for you. We have what works for you. We do what works for you. Priority Solutions, what works.
Welcome back to the show. As a parent, we give picking for healthy growth. Benimix na the answer, made from local grains and packed with 14 essential vitamins for the brain and body. No cooking, no stress, enjoy maternity. Just make sure say BFC day on the pack. Benimix, grow strong, grow smart. Let me ask you a simple question. If something happens to your business or property today, how fast can you recover? That's why you need J-Man Insurance. Now, they are known for fast claim payment, so you can get back to business without stress. Plus, their premiums are affordable and flexible, so it works for you. Just call 088-220-137 or visit number 2 Adelaide Street and get insured today. J-Man Insurance. We are trustworthy and professionals. You call me now on 079-994-993. Today on Friday again, and we review the biggest international stories. Hello, good morning. You name and where you call from?
Paconte the call from Ogun.
Paconte, go ahead.
Thank you. Israel is advantage by Lebanon too much. They don't talk say ceasefire. All when they say ceasefire, they still kill people no more.
Okay.
Trump no they talk. The Arab people they know they talk. Now bad thing they do so. Anybody getting time for Nadi? Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Please we call go straight to the point. You get 1 minute for RD voice 079-994-993. It's dinner Friday again, and we review the biggest international stories here on the Epic Morning Show. Do you want a coffee where they keep you awake instantly? They look for a smooth aromatic taste where you can enjoy at any time. You need energy for stay active all day. Our cafe has got you covered. It is 100% pure, smooth and aromatic where they keep you energetic and active all day. Hello, good morning.
The Lion.
The Lion, good morning. Go ahead. You get 1 minute, sir.
Yes, sir. You know they Allah help we. You see, if you be left to Donald Trump, you want Donald Trump need to go participate. And America, before he take over, not where they sign. Even if he was the vice president, you know, say not Jew. The vice president are Jew, and the Jews they're very powerful in America. They're very powerful in America, all side and day. You see, me, you only no more. You only also I don't know what happened. I don't know them. This outside the Lebanon. Which happen, I don't know in waiting the Lebanese they do to the other nationality they where they come, that they cook or chef. They go for them go them bomb you so it's so pathetic, bruh.
Okay.
I don't know, they have to change their habits. They have to change their habits. And it's outside and the Lebanese they have to change their habits. Thank you very much.
Thank you. 079-994-993. Call we inside the first segment of the Epic Morning Show. Today on Friday again, and we review the biggest international stories. Hello, good morning.
Yes, good morning, Epic Radio.
You name and where you call from?
Yes, it's now one. All party talk from Freetown.
All right, go ahead. You get 1 minute.
I want to ask one question, a quick question, or the answer question. But in office is really enough for the self-defense make them do all this, because if we look for biblical days, Israel, that the place where God did not send them out of the Egypt. say let them wipe out all the nations around, let them not make friends with them. But due to
that biblical you think say that is justifiable for the crimes we did commit, huh?
Well, partly, I not go say totally, but they want to defend themselves. I don't know. When I can dilate on that small later, thank you.
All right. 079-994-993. So you know of the Nakba, where Palestinians them describe as the catastrophe in 1948, where thousands of Palestinians them from their home were kicked out from their homes by Israeli and Western forces them. Of course, Dande creates the provision of the state of Israel, and since then, parts of Palestine prior to 1948 has been occupied and form a new country we then call Israel. So here's the problem: the biblical account and the practical account as to what history actually taught us, then two not meet eye to eye. So it's not clear, but we only get to know for say the Israelis them go now the Middle East, now that particular South Island called Israel today, after the Nakba in 1948, we then kick Palestinians them out from their homes and create the new state we then call Israel. Hello, good morning.
Assalamu alaikum, Isman Ibrahim Mara.
Wa alaikum salam.
Anyway, that's you with my mother. Because me, I've been a support Donald Trump. But I see this Donald Trump and against Israel, Iran. This battle, would I see say now win the battle or now they got it?
No, let me go ask you, would I think say win? Eh?
What?
Would I think say win?
Usman Mara, no labor.
Iran?
Yes. I got that for you quickly.
Why not Iran?
You win a papa super world power. You will know what all Trump did they talk. So if they got peace, then I think where before realize you are the father of the world. You see? Well, that means one man cannot fit a dozen. I'm telling you. Because one stone not they take one figure not they take stone. We all know what will happen, and people then go look at them. Something that they not pass marker. I make we see what it goes to. So to me, I want to say alhamdulillah, congratulations to Iran. I did that.
Commander Jibo, thank you. 079-994-993. Let's take more calls inside the first segment of the Epic Morning Show. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Mr. Mara.
Yeah, you never inside the call from. Good morning.
I would call from Mr. Swaf.
Go ahead, sir. You get 1 minute.
Responding South Africa.
Okay, we did get a very bad feedback from we end. Please correct and please call back 079-994-993. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
You never inside the call from Pamusa. Good morning.
Yeah. And I dey talk about Malema in South Africa. And what happened in South Africa, this is the key signal to African leaders. And what in South Africa they do, and I not look say to me for say or them any political business that they take and jail with so. And I think say for me the jail it go then I do the crime now so them go with us step by step.
But Musa, so he was not jailed. They not jail him. They only sentence him then grant him bail.
Okay, they're not jail him. Okay, no problem. But anyway, the courts do their own correct. Like from you, then do the correct thing. So if you know so, and African leaders, anyone we do bad to God, so then they do. I think say the advantage we leader then they take them people them na Africa yeah, then go reduce her.
Okay.
So don't go to Israel and Lebanon.
Pamusa, apologies. You don't pass 1 minute, sir.
Okay, my time done. Okay, no problem.
Thank you so much, sir. 079-994-993. Call me inside the first segment of the Epic Morning Show. Let me take a few more calls and wrap up the show this morning. Today on Friday again, and we review the biggest international stories of the week: the ceasefires between the U.S., Israel, and Iran, and the second front winner in Lebanon between the IDF and the Lebanese armed group Hezbollah. Hello, good morning.
Better now the network.
Yes, go ahead, sir.
Okay. Like I say like what the group I will say, when Yams White na for cover am. Julius Malema himself, in as much as a vibrant opposition, himself therefore know what he they do. To be honest, even me now, if I do rally with the people there, I no go fire even toy on the air. They go panic people. So me in as much as I support Julius Malema, but in that side, fine. Me say I know the supporter. That area do. So now that's the submission I get. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. 079-994-993. Call you inside the first segment of the Epic Morning Show. Let me wrap up the call segment soon. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Your name and inside the call from?
This is Pastor Timothy. The call from Lungi.
All right, go ahead. You have 1 minute.
In the first place, let Commander Zibo Iran not win me to Paris war.
Now America win instead. America win instead.
Yeah, not to them now win at them for now. And then at the same time, Lebanon with Israel, not to them they are conflict. It's just that. The very Hezbollah then go this na the Lebanon day, and now when Israel is set against the Hezbollah for conquer them and for nyaka them, it also affect the Lebanese people and they put them in serious displacement and all that. You see, but Israel not in conflict with Lebanon at all. Now very Hezbollah and Hezbollah. Then Iran supported people them. Iran they support them for this for fight against Israel from them, and then don't be one of the enemy them of Israel. Where the very Iran they support. When I make Iran, then they plead them for say they can fire for this.
Thank you.
Israel for stop the first day because they know say that then they support them for good cause or this trouble, but then Lebanese people they live.
079-994-993. Let's take one more call and wrap up the first segment of the Epic Morning Show. Today on Friday again, and we review the biggest international stories of the week here on the Epic Morning Show. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Epic.
You name and inside you call from?
I'm Hassan, I call from St. John.
All right, go ahead. You get 1 minute.
This Israel, where they say that new Israel they come from. Biblically, they confuse in continue within Israel. So why they say that in Canada? If continue within Israel, why they eclipse now people in land they come? So I want to make you explain to me better.
Okay.
I believe say continue within Israel.
All right, so here's the clear explanation. Biblically, in the Bible, there is a country named Israel. God gave them the promised land. But historically, we know of Israel in 1948 after the Holocaust, we then kill millions of Jews them. So we know for say now Britain, the UK, they control much parts of Palestine. And we see them create a sort of place to say Israelis them where they don't we run away from the Holocaust in Germany or so for occupy a part in Palestine, and later we see the conflict we then call the Nakba catastrophe. Usai Western forces them and Israel together kick thousands of Palestinians them from their homes. They take part of Palestine and form a new country we then call Israel. That is in 1948. So the land, historically, according to facts on the ground, the land of Israel today, now be land owned by Palestinians them. The Israelis, Western forces them, kick Palestinians them from their homes in 1948, in which we all know for being Nakba, in which Palestinians them can describe today as catastrophe. So, of course, okay, again, it starts from the Holocaust. The many millions of Jews them will be they live across Europe, the UK, and other international partners them sort of say they want to forfend a permanent establishment for the Jews them after the Holocaust, we then kill millions of Jews and be occupy parts of Palestinian land, we then call we by the way the UK, Britain be the control over. And now we get the state of Israel. So we know history tell you for say, I think it was 25% of the land in Palestine where Israel forbid occupy. And I think for now, Israel have occupied over 75% of Palestinian land. And there's still been issues talking about whether we forget a two-state solution, we will get a Palestinian state and an Israeli state living side by side, or we get a one-state solution. We will see then create one country. We will include Israel and Palestine together under one single government. We know the Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu have been saying that under in reign, under in term, in number one state objective now for make sure say the establishment of Palestinian state no happen under in watch. That's the clear explanation. There was no state named Israel in history. We get for know of a state called Israel only after 1948, after the Nakba. Make a return to Mawia for respond to the callers them. And by the way, the accounts in the Bible and the accounts on the practical explanations, historical accounts, they seem not for the see eye to eye. There are lots of inconsistencies them with regards to what people and choose for belief according to the biblical account and which actually happened in history.
Yes, so I think people really understand this war, or they support this war in biblical terms, or because of religion need for go back to the real pastors for letting able for understand what out actually is in the Bible. Because yes, it is a fact that the Israel way God they talk about in the Bible is not the current state Israel, just like how you say. That's a clear fact. And in fact, the thing we most people then they say, oh, as in fact these are the Zionists, where they say Christians owe obligation, for instance, to Israel, or bless those who bless you, on all of them. And then the coming of Jesus Christ, according to the Christian theology, don't even take out that day. You don't give any specialty again to Jews or Israelis. Now, they say, would God they bless now, would believe in Jesus as the Messiah and Savior. So now it's not,
the Israelis are not Christians.
Yeah, and they are not Christians, Jews. You understand? So, but of course, that is theology. But you can go back to the pastor and ask. So that is why it's a liberation now for everybody. Now you are favored by God as long as you believe in Jesus Christ. So it's normal, a specialty of what say you get for go pass, you go love this, and you get for judge people based on waiting good and waiting bad for me and so whether they are Israeli, whether they are Jews, whether they are no matter who the person is, you have to judge people based on what they are doing. Is it good or is it bad? So as somebody they say self-defense, no, it's not self-defense. I only understand say when the world come together and say form the United Nations, they be able to make treaties. We'll be able to make laws and things therefore we establish how do we disagree, how would they make disagreements with ourselves, how will they go into war if there is a need for going into war. All of these things are things we already did. But now the problem is, if the whole world don't agree, say, let's have a United Nations where they regulate the affairs of states across the world, how states for behave, how leaders for behave, how we for treat each other. But now if we have people where things say them big past that establishment, they need for just, go against every of those things. Now the United Nations and the ICC where the International Criminal Court with them form for looking to some of these things. Even then don't say what in Israel they do, they don't even they don't declare Benjamin Netanyahu as a war criminal and all of these things, you know. So you get for understand, say this is normal about subjective that with subjective reasoning. They don't hate Israel like that. You understand? In fact, America, where they support Israel, is one of the biggest donors of the United Nations. You understand? So they don't hate Israel like that. But now it's just in our faces that waiting Israel they do is absolutely wrong. For kill people, try for erase people from their land. You know, look at all the horrific videos the way they happen. So this is no more a self-defense. Then get what them call the just war theory. Somebody no go slap you, then you take gun, you shoot her. And that is not a just fight. A just fight, if somebody slap you, maybe you can slap them back.
Okay.
But even if Israel waiting and they claim say, oh, then they attack you. No.
All right.
Israel have attacked six states across. Not once have the one that within the feds within the claim say now this then do. I mean they actually do. So Israel is doing far worse than within and they accuse their neighbors of doing.
Maria, thank you. That's now Maria Jallo. Up next, we'll get sports, entertainment, and business news, plus the review of the biggest national stories of the week by Reginald Brianujukutu-Soya. Until next week, my name is Usman Ibrahim Mara. Take care.
Sometimes then when things they go wrong in the community and people they keep quiet. But for keep quiet, not to fix the problem. Now that's make Epic Radio they bring to you blowing the whistle. Blowing the whistle like a radio show who say ordinary people them go talk about what's in really they happen. Now then community them. Whether from bad road, no water, poor service, unfair treatments, and corruption. So now this show where they call out things them respectfully and honestly. And when something good they happen, where people they make progress and real change in their life, we also they talk about time. This now you chance, follow you speak up and follow the hear your voice and follow you ask questions when they go answer. Whether you live in a town or a village, whether you young or you a woman, or whether you a community leader or a concerned citizen, this show now for you. We not just they talk and forget, we they follow up with the issue, so something happen. Blowing the whistle, your voice, your community, your power, only on Epic Radio 99.3 FM.
And welcome to Bees and Echo News with Marion Precious George. Inside today's edition of the Bees and Echo News, the International Monetary Fund Managing Director, Kristalina Georgieva, don't call on central bank them for exercise caution when they tighten monetary policy them. As he said, the war now in the Middle East don't disturb most of the Strait of Hormuz, where they create fragile market condition them and rough economic fallout across region them. Georgieva also said the fund advise central bank them for safeguard price stability but avoid rapid interest rate hike. As he say, where them get high credibility, it is signal say them objective now for protect price stability. He also emphasized that the economic shock from the war they manifest unequally with sub-Saharan Africa country them, where he say they bear the burden because of their dependence on fuel import and constrained fiscal space. As he said, them determined for identify whose country urgently needs support as way for move quick one for respond. Although Boko Africa economy them don't face fuel shortage and renew inflation pressure, Georgieva say recent engagements them with the African Consultative Group reflect strong policy orientation rather than simple financial appeal. They also say IMF ready for mobilize rapid financial assistance and say if country them need help financially, make them not afraid for ask. As he say, the sooner them act, the more them go protect the economy and people. The Minister for Finance don't lead one high-level delegation from Salon to the IMF World Bank Spring Meeting 2026 now Washington, D.C. with focus on how for look for support as well for pushing the economic impact where the Middle East crisis don't create to Salon. Where able to talk during an engagement with the Fiscal Affairs Department of the International Monetary Fund, Sheikh Ahmed Fantamadi Bangura appreciates the technical support where they give to Salon done more so in public financial management reform, including revision of kilo dem, cash management and migration to modern financial reporting standard. He explains the government don't implement sound economic policy them over the past 2 years, will lead to the improvement in inflation, exchange rate stability, primary balance and interest rates them. However, he won't say the ongoing Middle East crisis fit reverse this progress. He same also call for more IMF support, more so for put strength to the mining sector through better tax them, where include transfer pricing and reform them to tax law them and revenue strategy. The African finance chief don't call for stricter fiscal discipline and stronger buffer as rising debt and global uncertainty threaten growth following talks with International Monetary Fund during the spring meeting inside Washington. Global growth don't slow to 3.1% inside 2026 before edging up to 3.2% inside 2027, with risks titled to the downside if war disturbs supply chain. Africa expression projected for reduced to 4.2% from 4.5% as high service burden, limited access to affordable financing, and growing development need continue for constrained policy space, more so na low income and fragile conflict affected country them. Minister them warned that spillover from inflation to food insecurity and social unrest na compounding vulnerability them as them urge governments them for address the shock in the near term while then they build resilience over the medium term. Policy guardian focus on rebuilding fiscal space. Them also advise oil exporter them for save windfalls while importer them for protect priority spending by raising domestic revenue and tightening financial management, structural reform ranging from regional integration to digital and power investments them be flagged as critical to lifting potential growth. The group also back reform them to the IMF World Bank debt sustainability framework as they update them to methodology and encourage for improved transparency, comparability and predictive accuracy, supporting more wise borrowing. Now all this we get for you today inside the Biz and Echo News. Mina Marion Precious George.
Morning, welcome to Sports Update for Friday. We start off with the Sierra Leone Football Association. We don't invite coaches for CAF identification programs. You will get full details about this at 11 a.m. Star Sports Academy delegates arrived in Istanbul for finalize one landmark partnership with Besiktas. The delegation, though led by chairman and founder Yakuba Jusu Tawali, the CEO, and Mohamed Tawali, where then follow discussion for begin. Then discussion will not start in February and it will be finalized this week. So Arsenal currently they're unbeaten in the Champions League journey as the only team for reaching to the semi-finals will not taste defeat yet in the Champions League. David Raya don't surpass Jens Lehmann in Champions League clean sheet. So David Raya now the highest holder in terms of clean sheet for any goalkeeper will make appearance for Arsenal in the Champions League. And you don't get more, you don't get less appearance, 33 appearances where you don't make, and you don't get 18 clean sheets. So John Shelby don't announce a retirement from football and he don't be appointed as the head coach for UAE side Arabian Falcons. For this morning, all this will get for you inside Sports Updates.
Good morning and welcome to Epic Entertainment Buzz with your favorite girl Fatma Talabi. Well, today on day, and so we can look at different type of music. That we don't look at the R&B, we don't look at hip hop, we don't look at different one day. But inside today on edition, we will look at pop music. Pop music inside the 1950s, from rock and roll with artists them like Elvis Presley, where helped shape the early sound. Inside the 1960s, pop song go global through bands like the Beatles. Inside 1970s and 1980s, then begin mix pop with dance and disco, and big stars like Michael Jackson be make them very popular all over the world. Inside the 1990s and the 2000s, then begin mix pop with R&B and hip hop with artists them like Britney Spears, will be the lead the scene. From 2010 to now, pop don't turn global. Pop music don't turn global and digital with streaming and artists them like Taylor Swift, where they dominate the industry. In short, pop music na catchy and popular music where they change with time. Well, man not only for long until you know how can they do it. It's not the time for Lord drop some pop music them and make a take you mime and let you know it's in a pop music, and I go be right back.
For a while there it was rough, but lately I've been doing better than the last 4 cold Decembers I recall. And I see my family every month. I found a girl my parents love. She'll come and stay the night, and I think I might have it all. And I thank God every day for the girl He sent my way. But I know the things He gives, He can take away. And I hold you every night, and it's a feeling I wanna get used to. But there's no man as terrified as the man who stands to lose you. Oh, I hope I don't lose you. Please stay. I want you, I need you, oh God. Don't take these beautiful things that I've got. Please stay. I want you, I need you, oh. Young blood thinks there's always tomorrow. I miss your touch on nights when I'm hollow. That I can't follow. Since the love that you left is all that I get, I want you to know that if I can't be close to you, I'll settle for the ghost of you. I miss you more than life. And if you can't be next to me, your memory is ecstasy.
The music that's so cool. That kind of song that if I let you get you popcorn, if I let you get you drink, if I let you they listen and get that calm atmosphere. Now yes, so we draw the curtain down for today on edition of your Epic Entertainment Buzz. So till we meet again next week for another edition. It's the weekend. Do have a blessed one.
I hope that our visitors would listen to the song carefully, because it's true. They're trying their best to stop our progress with bad propaganda. I mean the foreign press. Bad things are blown out of proportion and spread all around. But the good things of the island they will never mention. Like our scholars have sit and passed every test. There's nothing about that in the foreign press. You know our music is rated amongst the best. There's nothing about that in the foreign press. But if a man steal a mango or breeze blow up a woman dress, bet you
I like how you work as slow, but who people and still they behind you. Hello, good morning and welcome to the Epic Morning Show review segment. And today happened for the Friday 17th April 2026. And inside the program today we can review the biggest local stories or national stories of the week. Like how we can do every Friday now Epic Radio. So we get a lot to can basically discuss, and I also get me guests them already in the studios. I'm going to introduce them shortly, but for the meantime, remember to listen to me on Epic Radio 99.3 FM. And same way so on Choice FM for the one within the eastern part of the country. We safely live on the Facebook page and YouTube page, and safe on the website on www.myepiconline.com. May we made the program come to you this morning. My name is Reginald Brian Ojukutu Soya. I get James Camara-Mane. Will join me for review the front page of the various newspaper. Good morning, Mane. It's a pleasure for getting on the program.
Good morning, Reginald, and also good morning to we listeners out there.
All right, before I introduce me guests, let me go quickly to the review of the various newspaper. I start off with the exclusive newspaper. Top story read, make or break. Will APC end boycott? Will President Bio remove Edmond Alpha? Will the moral guarantors make a breakthrough? It's three questions where they ask. As key evidence in Abdul Pakar murder case, police tender accused phone. Dr. Sidi Mohamed Tunis in Liberia. We also get no salaries for APC MP and councillor, says Chief Minister. SLPHA DG receives accolade. There is a photo there of Yakuba Askabio when at the ED for the Sierra Leone Port and Harbour Authority. Now, let's go over to Manny for the next review.
Yes, with me, I get the Concord Times newspaper. The main banner headline story reads, "We have very important bills to pass. Speaker urges APC MPs to end boycotts. 300D campaign targets zero preventable death in Sierra Leone." Another story, counting the gains and successes of DG Yakuba Bio. Another story, Parliament engages Labour Congress on wage concerns and legal reform. And the final story, magistrate grants 2 weeks adjournment in Lantana Dubia matter. All the story you go find the Concord Times newspaper.
I'm from Concord Times. I take a local newspaper. He gets court grants defense additional time in Lantana Dubia's trial. Spring meeting, IMF urges Africa to shield the vulnerable, not prices. Our gap is not political will. It's financing, Bonzu, tell World Bank disaster panel. G24 urges caution on monetary tightening amidst global energy shock. All of them so you also in our code this morning.
Let me final take. I get the Independent Observer newspaper. First story, when polls mislead, the danger of weaponizing unscientific survey in public discourse. Another article, the scales, the mirror, and the alternative, a call for true development in Sierra Leone. The main banner headline story reads, Bombali Sebora Chieftaincy Pool, ECLCL excludes new observers. Prestige at what cost? ECOWAS submit ambition under scrutiny. All the story you go find at the Independent Observer newspaper.
And my own final take this morning at the Premier News newspaper. I get the top story where it say legal body decries Zainab conviction and calls for review. And also Dr. Yakuba Bio leadership sports transformation at port. Al-Raj challenges legality of presidential investigation into law school. Government secures 700 million investments to boost manufacturing sector. Malanta Music makers hold vocal varieties concert. And well, I think all of them stories are sold in a Premier News newspaper this morning. It is the review segment of the Epic Morning Show, and we review the biggest national stories of the week. Now, without wasting any time, guest them already in the studios. I just go over to Studio 2 and introduce them now. I get Minkailu Mawe na member of the APC Publicity Secretariat. We do it at the studio. I think this time, normally can be more often on before segment, and today we are privileged to have him for the review segments. Good morning, Mikhailo. It's a pleasure for getting you at the program.
Good morning, Reginald. Good morning, fellow panelists. Delighted to be here.
All right. I also get Honorable Muneo Lansana, Honorable Abdul Muneo Lansana, former member of parliament under the ruling Sierra Leone People's Party. Good morning, Honorable. It's a pleasure for getting you.
Yeah, good morning, Reg, and good morning to the listeners and viewers out there.
You don't come quite often now. But quickly, before I introduce the topic then, where we can discuss this morning, I just take this message quickly from Karel and also our tea. Remember, say Karel now they make both our tea and our cafe. So let's start off with our tea. You they look for that natural tea where go refresh your body. You look for that tea where go make you healthy and also very good for digestion. You look for that tea where they keep you for feel fresh all day. Our tea now the answer we got you covered. Our tea that they make them from natural grown tea leaves. We're healthy, refreshing, and easy on digestion. With over 100 tea bag within every pack. Remember, you always get something for enjoy and save for share. Our tea, natural freshness in every sip with the bottle by Kyle. And I'll take for our cafe. So you look for that coffee where they wake you up instantly. You look for that smooth and aromatic taste where you go make you enjoy at any time. You look for that coffee where go make you get energy all day. Our cafe don't get you covered. Remember, say our cafe 100% pure, smooth, and aromatic. It keep you energetic and active all day. Just add hot water and enjoy a bold cup where it fits perfectly into your busy lifestyle. Our cafe stay energetic, stay active all day. Instead of be brought to you by Kyle. And finally, as a parent, what do you give picking for it for make you grow strong and grow smart? If you still think about that, then Benimix they are so for you. Benimix that they make them from local grains and they pack with 14 essential vitamin them. We're good for the brain and the body. No cooking, no stress. You can enjoy them at any time. Just make sure it's a BFCD on the pack. Benimix go strong and go smart. All right, quickly now I'll introduce the topics where we want for look at this week. Some of the biggest stories that we capture. One gets for the arrival of the moral guarantors. They don't get series of meetings with the opposition, with the government. We'll look at that as well. And Vice President Dr. Mohamed Jules Jallo, they engage the opposition mayor and district chairperson the government set for privatized EDSA. If we get time, we'll discuss and Zainab Sharif. Well, we know go deep into this one. Sentenced to 4 years and 2 months in prison after them found guilty of charges that we get for the with incitement and threatening language. These are our topic, gentlemen, and we go just take Zainab Sharif in beat one. Judgment has been passed already, and she has been sent to the Female Correctional Center for 4 years, 2 months after the court been found I'm guilty for charges that we get to deal with incitement and threatening language. Let's start with Payamba quickly on Zainab Sharif in sentence. How you want to describe that one day?
Yeah, well, you go describe her in multiple ways, but it beat the imagination of Boku Sierra Leoneans, and we follow the
including
media,
you,
including me, okay. And not be now the punitive measure we then take or the action where the court take for hand down 4 years plus months, 2 months sentence, then it be very hard on them, especially considering the circumstance surrounding the sentence. Zainab no get any records of then kind behavior than they. For say this person notorious of doing this, they do and severally. They don't take an accord for the same crime and therefore set example ban and say if I stop for doing. This is the first time I believe say they face them kind thing and they. This time a renowned Sierra Leonean, we don't contribute to nation building in your little way. Now possibly a humanitarian, very popular. Everybody see across political divide the kind of representation we be they get and the kind of people that we be they go sympathize with them, even we be they run the trial till they hand down the sentence. And that besides the statement we make, then kind of statement and they agree say the individual for the caution. You don't understand. But we don't see people and we don't make more dangerous statements than dandy. And then people and they walk out freely na the streets of Freetown. They don't make them. One such individual will make them kind statement and they na Kadi Ukakai. Kadi Ukakai make misguided statements. He talks say if they don't make a flag bearer na the SLPP and President of Sierra Leone, he don't tell the international community, don't meet to the American embassy, don't tell them say he go bring car war na Sierra Leone. He say he even quantify the money where they use for bring war, say $3 million.
So was he not cautioned? Kadi Ukakai.
Well, not the level at which the caution Zainab.
Okay.
Kadiru Kaikai, the SLPP pulled letter for dissuade themselves completely, which was very good from the statement we make. It was invited by the CID, and later, I mean, less than 24 hours, we see they release them. They not charge them to court, they not remand them, like Zainab, where they remand, deny, bail, run trial, then jail. We not see them circumstances.
9 hearings, 9 different hearings.
Exactly. Yeah. Then aside than that, we also don't see now this country, you say, now this one epic Naya. Naya, the Deputy Minister of Information and Civic Education. Bao, he can't sit down here. He say, if he left in one green, he don't want to see let APC exist. He want let APC die. PPRC for them caution and for them statement and because what happen, then kind statement and they incite the opposition into violent reaction. You understand? They're not cautioning, they're not final, no nothing. But we also don't see outside PPRC don't levy fine on we. The still Secretary General go talk say the elections now thief them be thiefer in 2023. They say president he call and say he don't thief. At the end of the day, we see double jeopardy. They not only find Lansana Dumboya, but today the newspaper review and they talk
the case
about
was Ekaya,
they don't adjourn the case. Yeah, of course. You see, they not only find on a PPRC, then put on a CID, sleep na police custody, then charge the matter to court, then remand them, till later he get bail. You see that day. No less a person than the chairman of the SLPP recently, we then go open the office na bond. He team up na the stage, they talk say in the leader, the president, His Excellency, the first gentleman, don't select him Bobo for be chairman of the SLPP. And that in fact, when you see non-council, it go mark an end to the existence of the APC. It begins saying no more APC, no more APC. Say let them join them, let people then join them for sing. Then kind of statement, then they provoke the opposition.
And it's not political rhetoric.
No, but the same political rhetoric last and Adumboya make at the Mammoth meeting. Because that was 100% political gathering.
Okay.
But for we see again after Batilo don't make that statement day. We see His Excellency the President, the Fountain of Honor, Commander-in-Chief, the Guardian of the Constitution. You know, the person we will go consider for be the egalitarian. We are the person for all the principles of equal right. We don't run for first term, they run in second term. We now get for soon exit the corridor of political power. We for be, an elderly statesman now come back and prove for be more political. He say in bond. You know say other place so you know say Freetown because salon we Mendeman say salon give a salon we say salon and Freetown they refer to Temneman say do camp. He say I not say Freetown I not say other place so but yeah bonds anybody will support and vote APC go die early morning. That statement
and I mean they Pamba you
yes I dey hear and talk man they fluently.
I was born and raised. You get exactly waiting the
exactly waiting His Excellency say I get them completely.
Okay.
You understand?
So nobody no interpreting for you there.
Nobody no need for interpreting for me.
Okay.
Bahage nobody no need for interpret Dandy for me.
Okay.
Dandy na for TC you die first in a morning.
They say because this is why they actually
the one way me not get problem with even when they post on one forum, you know, when people they want begin count a debate around them, they always send a talk. You understand? Pamende. He say, you know what, let them not cut the pantry. If they cut the pantry, sand they burn them. Some people will not be understand Mende. One try for interpreting one way or the other. But I was quick to tell them, say, no, then they not to a dangerous statement. Then they are basic political rhetoric. But the way the president make, what he make it bad? His Excellency the President, if he make them kind of statement and they embolden SLPP supporters and a bunch, where election term reach, then go intimidate APC supporters them, then go after them. Then go tell them, say, in fact, then go begin read them host after host and tell them, say, President, we don't say anybody will vote APC or support APC in a bond district here will die early morning. It can be interpreted differently. Law say na humor. President na just joke, be a joke, you know, be mean.
They say the chief, the Minister of Information saying an idiomatic expression.
You know, what's an idiomatic expression?
It's 90%.
Well, which one?
The one where they talk say they will die in the morning.
Now paradox. Now
that was what Siba said.
No.
He said that on a sister program.
If I tell you the idiomatic expression what the president.
No, you not say I am a sister program.
No, but the side way say if I explain, if you say this is a paradoxical statement, I for no say this is paradox.
Okay.
Like it just like where they say death shall die. You know, we'll be do literature in a K school, the government secondary school, we get one very good English teacher, Mr. Kalon. One of the expressions the way like how they do literature, how they do their literary devices, their idiomatic expression. It can say death shall die. In fact, they talk about when they hear aha. You understand? Then they go tell you say this is a paradoxical statement. They go provide explanation as to what it means, but it's a different case altogether.
Right.
So that kind of statement and they waiting bad, but all of that we don't see civil society come out, you know, in a strong worded press release for caution all them people, and they will make the statement from the deputy minister to the chairman to the president. The president is the fountain of honor. He get diplomatic immunity, but it no mean say if you do bad. Institutions they're not going to respectfully tell and the truth say His Excellency, with all due respect, that statement they will make it get the tendency for provoke the opposition into violent reaction.
Okay.
If the opposition self grab, then go make similar statements, you know, go fine. We'll not see that from ONS. When at then they guide, you know, and guard the security at the checkpoint at the country. You not see them from PPRC.
When I bring them to PPRC the attention.
Yeah, of course. We don't. You see, statement will send. We write officially and explain all the things and the APC condemn. Yes, of course.
Okay.
We address them to PPRC. We even do a press release on that.
Yeah.
Where they, you know, far and wide, we circulate them to even diplomatic missions.
All right.
Let them know the incident.
Honorable Menu, I can answer you now on the sentence of Zainab Sherry. 4 years, 2 months. So, for threatening and inciting statement, the court been found guilty. Right now, you take on the charges. Was it justifiable?
Yes. One thing I go rightly say, we get the different courts in Sierra Leone because when you study law, we get the local courts, we get the magistrate court, the high court, the appeals court, and the Supreme Court. And every one of them courts they are get what we call the incapacity when it comes to the power where they carry. When you look at the magistrate court, where now the topic in consideration here, the magistrate court gets a 0 to 5 year sentence limit. If it pass 5 years, then can extend them to 7 years upon the consent of the accused. Meaning, magistrate court will sentence you between 0 years to 7 years. Then the extra 2, where they go above the 5, we call her in law upon consent of the accused. Meaning, if the magistrate court don't look at and say this matter should be tried at the magistrate court, but they no say the gravity of the matter will make the sentence become 6 moving to 7 years, then they ask for the consent of the accused whether they for try the matter they. If you not agree, the matter they move to the high court. In this situation, 0 to 5, now the power of the magistrate court falls within certain offenses, like one of it is incitement. So it tells you the magistrate court gets an expanded limit between 0 to 5. So any of the sentence where them put there by law, it qualify.
Valid.
Fine. Now you come down.
Now they ask you for confirm if you valid.
Now they tell you.
Okay.
Now make I don't give you the limit.
Okay.
For say the magistrate court, they can even give you 4 years, 11 months.
Okay.
Because the limits now from 0 to 5.
All right.
And the next thing where like where my brother try for put the stratas now with regards Zainab in action, we got to call plea in mitigation in law. Now make when the magistrate court don't tell Zainab say a guilty of the offenses, he asks him say, do you have anything to say? You know why then statement in the camera like where my brother Minkailu say these are a recipe or remedies now where they give you as a convict for ask you say one. What do you get for plead to the court? We call them plea mitigation. Now they say, hey, like when Minkailu say, I never commit an offense like this. So I they ask the court for get mercy on me, for tamper justice with mercy. I they ask the court, me na kumbra, if I left me picking them now, then go suffer. Then plead and they can make like where the magistrate be don't get say now, you they go for waiting 4 years, 2 months. It can even dribble and down to 6 days, 5 days, 7 days, as the case may be. Yes. These are legal principles. Let me call them plain mitigation.
Okay.
Then you come to the act itself, where it compare to Kaikai. We get what we call the axiosius and mens rea. We'll say the axiosius, now the action way they do, then the mens rea, now the guilt in mind. Now, when you look at Kadiu in statement, once it was altered, everybody know the gravity of such a statement. But what it do, it come out straight for what we call remorse. Will not happen in the case of Zainab.
Which remorse? It was
in other words, he came to say, I am sorry.
But that was after the CID
yeah, that is it.
Like, invite him. In fact, he was forced. They told him to go and apologize. Is that not so?
No, like that is it. He was called to the CID. Like where he talked, then detain him. And inside the detention, he realized, say, what I have done is wrong. And he come out and say, I am sorry, it was just out of youthful.
So why they not get the same for Zainab?
I tell you.
Okay.
Now I bring and come to Zainab. Now I draw the line. When you look at Zainab young issue, in fact, my brother could testify, say, he even tell APC, say, that money them pay. If them pay for them, in they take APC to court. Right in the media. Where they interview and other sister media there. And you know, end day, it tell them, say, then nobody no even go and beg for them because in waiting talk, in minam. So you don't back them up with waiting with your mens rea. So when you look at an offense, we go to the constitute an offense, you action and the intention. Now, if you dribble and down to the president in your way make, then I even waste my time, partner, because no civil society consciously minded or PPRC way they uphold the value of the 1991 Constitution Act number 6 of 1991, where section 48(4) don't talk about immunity of the president. Yes, what we are expecting from the president for being a honorary man, he's a fountain of honor, he's the commander-in-chief of the armed forces. He get all learn law and day. So we expecting yes, certain thing and day. He got for no idea talking. But the particular thing where he say, me brother thank God that mende under Pakaba is a be one sing way, then say you will molest the palm tree, now money you go die. In other words, he say.
So now they sing that sing there.
Yes. Be about what talk with my baha get when you law. It's a bit that
someday.
He knows about it. Yes, that was right away Pakaba's time for say you were the waiting molest the palm tree now early morning you go die. So to in the Mende language, dying in the morning is just like an idiomatic expression where don't become a song that you will molest the party you go die in the morning. So it was like that same scenario where the president used for make short analysis say una don't see the bridge. Now I ask them una don't see the bridge and they say yes, una don't see the kind of development you don't kind and say yes. So if you deny you still not support SLPP with all them values there where SLPP don't give for you, now money you go die. That was it. So
but die na some people you know can play with. When you say die, all man they take them very serious.
No, die in fact die is the most common thing. The two person play with na sickness. Because you never hear people say Asuela sick, but you hear people say Asuela die. So die is a common norm.
Okay.
Not to think we get any weight when it comes to wordings. Okay. The only side where die get weight now in practicality. Who side it happen. So in these scenarios, the issue of Zainab was unfortunate. Me and me own evolution not be only happened. So because I know the tendency where that sentence they get to we as a party. When APC was about losing 2018 election, issues like this were coming up. He could remember the case of what is the lady's name? Boma from FBC for just exchanging a message.
Text message.
Fine. She got hell within the APC by then. And that issue they get tendency for lose support base. And equally so, this also get tendency for lose support base. Because like what I tell you, the common man's mentality when it comes to the law is far different from what the law says. The law is the law. She has violated the law. The magistrate court get the mandate from 0 to 5, and they don't use the power within them for put the judgment.
Lawyer society is condemning the sentence. In fact, they ask for make the court reverse.
I don't want to comment on lawyer society because
I don't know. I'm just saying.
Like I said, I don't want to comment on lawyer society.
Go ahead.
To me, I'm looking at what I'm looking at. Okay. I don't want to comment on lawyer society. If we say bar association, then I will comment. But when you say lawyer society, I will not comment.
So why you no comment on lawyer society?
Yeah, because I don't want to comment on it.
Okay.
For my own best knowledge.
Go ahead, sir.
If na bar association talk something, I will comment. So these are the issues. When it comes to the law gets in prescription, and that is how it works.
All right. Now we'll move to the next topic. Yes, like 1 minute or so.
Yes, 1 minute.
Okay.
My brother don't make a very fine case, but again, you see, the two fundamental elements of criminal liability cannot be determined in the situation of card hero. Why it not going to be determined? You talk about the actors' roles and the mens rea. You're not going to determine in the situation of card hero. Everybody knows a card hero, the mind, the guilty mind, and the action, the performer. But now only a competent court of law. Now if I don't determine, say, if then two fundamental elements and they really present. But they not try the man. They not even charge them to court. How we go determine the actors' roles and the mens rea in that particular matter? They will not be able to determine that. But because now in party they na power, then just mass and no more, they say let the left hand. If now any other person from another party be talk, then can talk, then they, a different case altogether. Then he talk about the president's diplomatic immunity. Yes, we know say the president get diplomatic immunity. He cannot be tried in a court, even if they say now then they sue governments. Now the AG, now they represent government. We know that but for reprimand the president, across the world, come on. If the prime minister or the president do bad, institutions then they come with strong press statement then for condemning action. Now we also don't see circumstances then in which people that don't rule, Berlusconi in Italy, after in prime minister, tenure, they not sue him, they not try him, they don't try beaucoup people because of the crimes the way they commit.
I think even if former France president, All right. So let's move now to another topic. You get ready with the international moral guarantors there in town. And they don't get series of engagements. They don't meet with the opposition. They don't meet with the government. They don't meet with different bodies. The ECSL commissioner. They don't meet with the attorney general and minister of justice, and then still get engagement away that they carry on as well. One post we don't give updates on the moral guarantors the meeting. Now you Minkailupa and Bakuma, you don't give update. Particularly we get to deal with the opposition every single step you post on different platforms them way. Some of we can take them, feed them and see how far the progress they go. Let's talk about the moral guarantors we don't calm that tongue. How far are they at the moment now?
Yeah, well, the moral guarantors are still in town. Initially, the mission for end today, the 7th, according to the correspondence where they share.
Okay.
They say pursuant to the directive of the authority of ECOWAS head of states and governments at the 68th ordinary session held on the 14th December 2025 in Abuja, Nigeria, the president of the ECOWAS Commission, H.E. Umar Aliyu Toure, in collaboration with the special representative of the United Nations Secretary General, H.E. Leonardo Santos Simao, has deployed a joint follow-up mission of the International Moral Guarantors to Freetown, Sierra Leone, scheduled for the 13th to the 17th April 2026.
Okay.
Yeah. But in engagement to them, when they come, they engage governments. They don't engage the opposition. I believe say they don't engage other institutions like Parliament, PPRC, ECSL, maybe Office of the Attorney General. They engage the Chief Minister. They don't engage various other institutions. When they engage with APC, they make a very clear say they're not going to left the shores of Sierra Leone if this problem not solved.
Wow.
And that in fact, if it's possible for them to extend and stay in Sierra Leone, then go extend them so that they go, address all of the concerns before then they left. Because you see, it is very expensive for moral guarantors and the jetting and go and come. You get representatives from the United Nations, from the Commonwealth, from ECOWAS. These are people who are also very engaged. Even the UN resident coordinator, they by their meetings, then the Peace Commission and all. So everybody will matter in terms of governance of the states. They don't engage them. And then things say they not go return without results. They want to forget results. So they tell me, they assure me, say, if it is possible for them to extend their stay so that we can resolve all of these inadequacies, then go extend the stay. Like you rightly say, when they come, we update the membership, On the 13th of April, we do a press statement for inform the general public of membership, say international moral guarantors, they don't come, we they meet to them. And after we meet with them back on the 14th of April.
Now, APC call international moral guarantors?
Of course, yes, because of the boycott, because of the impasse in the country.
Right.
But besides we calling them, they also get responsibility
for come back
and follow up.
Okay.
But the state and the press statement say, I don't really So this now the other press statement will do on the 14th.
So these are all separate press statements.
Separate. This one now from the moral guarantor themselves.
Yes.
Because there was a misunderstanding. Would I call them how they come? They state and clearly in a press statement to make them come. Then they will inform with membership. Then say they don't call the meet to them. After that, the outcome of the meeting will also inform with membership. They say we don't meet to them. We don't do all of that. The meeting was very fruitful. The engagement, we are okay. All of what we present them. We get about 6 to 7 individuals that will make presentation that day.
Wow. From the APC.
From the APC, I was in attendance. Yeah, we get the Secretary General. We call the meeting to order and give overview and introduce all the APC people that will be present.
And this meeting happen now in our office.
Our office, yeah. Okay. We get the acting chairman. We make a very strong statement. We get the chief negotiator. We now the lead facilitator, Dr. Kelfala Mara, for that meeting. Now present with position paper. This one, now Kelfala Mara present to the moral guarantors.
Okay.
After that, we even get the opposition leader because he knows some of the reforms they get for do with parliament. Because we get for affect some of law. Now we get the enactment bill now we did it.
Okay.
So Honorable Abdukagbo also do a presentation. They will get the legal advisor too. Lawyer Jerry Lee Spain also do a presentation on the amendment bill. In emphasize on the provision within the bill we talk about threshold. How much percent you forget for become president, how much you for score now half of the districts then for win elections. I mean we get a lot of issues with them and they will raise them. Even the ongoing census, the decennial census. We get Balugu, former Minister of Transport. Now they represent we in statistics. Now they head the committee with the deal with census instead of do a presentation. Then the mayors and chairperson, we get 10 councils under we party.
Wow.
The mayors and chairpersons have all been there. So even Akisoya now speak on behalf of the local councils. In back express dissatisfaction, even the attempt for let them install acting mayor. The attempt for let them also give an interim arrangement where they say for stepping where the mayor and chairperson and all the issues and they will raise them. After I don't do a comprehensive presentation to the moral guarantors, the receiver, Madam Fatimatu Tamajan, we na in at the head of delegation, na in be respond comprehensively. Say they don't receive all of our concerns. Now then they go study and digest and further engage government. After that, then go bring government and the opposition to a round table and then go make them position based on the findings, final position. So we they look forward to that day.
The meeting, right?
We they look forward to that day by God in power. Right. But aside the engagement in day, you also notice say there has been other engagements. The leader, the speaker of parliament don't call the opposition twice. The leadership of the opposition twice. They don't engage. You also notice the party they don't meet with the office of the AG and the Peace Commission. And then yesterday, day before yesterday on Wednesday, all the local council, the chairman and the chairpersons, yes, and mayors, they meet with the honorable vice president. We get for do this impasse now the councils them, this back and forth correspondences. You see the Ministry of Finance, they write, they give directives. You see the Ministry of Local Government and Community Affairs, they ask for clarification. Then you see the mayors and back their own position. Now, if you also know, say we get development partners who they put boku money pan development projects them, now then councils and the World Bank now one. A lot of them we get serious concerns about the ongoing circumstance, especially the money that they put. For let's get different hands them per money, accountability in a problem.
Okay.
So APC don't write say if anything go wrong, they cannot be held accountable. If they decide for do otherwise, go contrary to the provisions of the law. That is the act where established then local councils then they.
Okay.
I mean, and the constitution, if they bypass and do something, begin to give authorization to people where they handle finances. If anything go wrong, they are not responsible. So, Honorable Vice President don't call them to a meeting. They don't meet. Even yesterday, Thursday, the opposition.
I see another photo.
The opposition meets with the government of Sierra Leone, representatives from the opposition and the government of Sierra Leone delegation. When the vice president, head that delegation.
I saw. Senga is not there. The APC not the seat with him again.
Of course, now the chief negotiator. But I believe he travel. They out of the country.
Oh, okay.
Because if he be in attendance, himself for don't do that meeting day.
Okay.
But the honorable vice president, he provide leadership. We get the meeting yesterday. I was not in attendance.
Okay.
APC be required for send 5 representatives, especially the one that we did at the committee where they implement the recommendations. Government your side and we on side and meet. I mean, I get detail of the outcome of the meeting.
Okay.
But I mean, respectfully, we go left hand to government because it communicates to the effect for come out.
All right.
We not go put the cart before the horse, but the assurance on that, then deliberations and they fruitful, and we believe say when the communique come out, Sierra Leoneans then go appreciate the negotiations and so far.
Are you guys hopeful? Will I be pleased with the engagement yesterday with the Vice President?
So far, the engagement is not bad based on the information I get.
Okay.
And that most of them get for do the implementation of the tripartite recommendations.
All right.
Which is very fine. Although where the international moral guarantors have been going to Parliament, Parliament get bold mind. The office of the Speaker go tell and say they not see the they not see the recommendations them. The 80+4 recommendations not the before then at Parliament. Now social media then they say them. But unfortunately, the Speaker of Parliament is a part of the governance architecture. That is an arm of government. It is an arm. The executive arm get the president, but I mean the legislative arm, a very serious arm of government. Yeah. I mean, although we get separation of powers, but again, people the way understand politics and governance go tell you say separation of power not they operate stricto sensu, because the executive cannot do without the legislature.
All right.
You understand? As long as the but what's interesting na Parliament. For go say they no.
So that it be very
yeah, because if the government go sign any agreement, that the responsibility of the leader of government business, because then they get a copy. The representative will sign on behalf of government. In this case, the chief minister. They give a copy of this agreement to the leader of government business. That is why we are leader of government business.
The
leader of government business. Yeah, I'll just conclude quick.
Yeah.
That in get the responsibility for table na Parliament for ratification or domestication. Not to the opposition leader.
Thank you.
But that besides, Honorable Abdul Kagba's opposition leader, we don't even write Mr. Speaker for reminder of the recommendations and the agreement with government side, the National Unity Agreement and the tripartite recommendation.
Okay.
And for ask that, let them implement recommendation 20, we will forget an oversight committee in Parliament for oversee the work of ECSL.
Honorable Muniro, like an out to you, the moral guarantors are here from the government side. They don't engage the chief minister. Say in fact 100% of the recommendation there. I will ask Michael for response to that shortly, and all because they have always been a stalemate as to how many recommendations they don't implement. But when you take on the moral guarantors within a tongue for see how themselves can put this long-lasting impasse between the government and the opposition finally to rest.
Yes, thank you very much once again. One thing we the listeners and everybody need for know that when we get an agreement, we get what we call follow-up in the agreement. And then follow-up in the agreement, and anybody way na a developmentally oriented individual, you know say you need to start something and just left them, you know, complete them. So what may happen, the tripartite committee will be formed, the third part of that people and then be the moral guarantors. And then be outline series of issues that way for take place, where then we get timeline, so then go. And if this timeline they go, now the responsibility back for CAM for make sure say yes, these agreements are being actualized, and so
or fully implemented.
And I make them come.
Okay.
One thing where you for know that the tripartite recommendation will come out, it informed for what we call the peace agreement, and the peace agreement get 8 stratas. And if you look now, 8 individual them from every part, the part of the government and the part of APC, now then sign them. And this agreement now informed the formation of waiting, the tripartite recommendation. Now, if you look at the first one, now make the chief minister was very, very authoritative for say waiting. All the recommendation where the peace committee do, 100% has been accomplished. Then they, without fear, it took them because the value and fact are there.
No, that the chief minister, you mean?
Yes, okay. Because if you look at the first one, it say waiting, His Excellency the President to make a national address on dialogue, unity, cohesion, and peace. We all know
that it don't be implemented.
Fine. The second one, because now for the people that we not go get them paper there, we then go to tell contrary. Now make we can forum there, we bring and come to the knowledge. The second one say we are saying APC will end it non-participation in governance. Then we don't end them. I don't know why they start them back. So it tell you saying that they don't even break. It tell you saying that they don't even break them participation, because that means say out of the 8, then we don't begin do 1, then they don't go come back. So the third one say waiting. His Excellency the President, in collaboration with APC, will constitute a cross-party committee on the electoral system, and that they also then do now in enact what we call now the tripartite.
Is there not a clause that now the opposition for Edam in that particular one we get?
Now in bring can the tripartite 80 recommendation they talk about. So this particular clause now form the 80 recommendation, because now this committee go get that particular deliberation where they go and say them born with it and call the 80 recommendation. So if you go to the third one down there, then when you go to the fourth one say waiting the tripartite to be dialogue agree between the following: release on any person arrested. We know say me and you go testify say all the people, in fact even people that were not to be politically motivated issues when a personal crime then do, then categorize them, because these are politically interested people where the bank can call we PEP, then put them all under day, then free them. For instance, we all know say mayor begets an offense where he commits an airport on somebody, we don't get anything for do with politics, but the person in own liberty and freedom. But at the end of the day, then categorize all the issues then they and call awaiting politically motivated issues, and then grant them waiting freedom, then trash the case them out. The one day we don't dinner sell where they, in fact the APCB provide a list, president released everybody, and then the number 51 and say both parties agreed to the institutionalization of an inter-party dialogue framework between the APC, SLPP, and other political party. Then they also don't do it. You know, say the dialogue then I make to get the political party regulation commission where they regulate the party them. We get the union where all other party then discussion they did go on. And you look at the 7th one, the government of Sierra Leone and the APC party strictly condemn all citizens at home and abroad. They will not say APC do than the 8th. So he tell you say the 7th one and they not do it, because we don't disassociate ourselves to anybody where they out of this country, where they do things where they create mayhem for this country. But up till now we don't even see APC one day come, let's take for instance the popular name Adebayo and disassociate themselves from Uda Adebayo. So it tells you, remember recommendation 2 when I waiting participation of governance, then we don't start them, now they don't discontinue them back. The 7th one when I waiting for make sure say then condemn people the way they pull messages, the way they cause mayhem for the country, they will not see them do it. So it tells you if these parts are not met, now they not do it. And then the 8th one, when I the final one, there shall be an action and commitment by the parties to implement the agreement. You see, now this stage here, now they we did also. When I make the agreement bond the tripartite go to parliament. Like where my brother say, the moral guarantors went to parliament. They asked the speaker say, I have not seen it, because waiting the speaker no but now paper where they lay in the House of Parliament, and nobody knock out any paper where they call waiting the tripartite recommendation. Waiting then a parliament now constitutional review. That is what is in parliament. Parliament will not take information on social media, because parliament is a structured system. When laws are being made, it is drafted and then it is tabled by either the minister or somebody assigned by the minister. And once that happens, we go to call first reading, second reading, third reading, committee stage, and then the case where they make the law come to existence. Right. So you don't expect the speaker for go say, I don't see tripartite recommendation where by law not gets to write. I hear me brother, I say the man should be part of governance. Yes, he's part of governance. But when it comes to processes and procedures, it go stricto sensu by what the law says and how the law looks at certain issues. So in short, most of these issues are met. When it comes to the recommendation, when at the tripartite recommendation, they don't dribble and down to what we call the constitutional review within a parliament now. And this review within a parliament, me and you and even me brother we sit on here go testify say again that the very APC back say they not agree. Why? Because just small typographical error take place, also then call interreligious council as interreligious committee. Me and you know say the register.
What you consider for a small mistake?
Now make we get what we call legislative committee in a parliament. You know what in that day for? Now a committee where they for correct spellings, correct the error then day. Because in the legislative committee, we dey read every bill word by word, line by line, paragraph by paragraph, till we done them. So the register we go to call the formation when a linguistics we call and the structural layout for every word. Before you get the semantics from that word, it gets formation where you need a poem, and that formation day where they come from the phonology, when are the sound, the morphology, when are the word, the syntax, when are the structure of that word they say within interreligious council. We don't ever get any register where they call interreligious committee. So it tells you that word was wrongly placed. And when
not when I go put on the
God, these are human errors. Now I make
but these are things that you expect them for all review before ever.
No, what happens now? What happens now?
Because they want to take anybody from anywhere for campus and committee.
What happens now when it comes to parliament? Like what I say, parliament now looks at the register.
Okay.
Is this register rightly placed? And I make in parliament now. Remember, you also have the APC in that very committee. Not of us saying SPP they no more go for the legislative committee. No way.
Okay.
The very APCs are there. So if there was a word that's supposed to be interreligious council and that word is written as interreligious committee, you dey pull the committee. It's just a C to C and change the other wordings into council and then look at the order. So when you look at the tripartite recommendation in short, most of them issues the way the nine government filter into waiting. The constitutional review and when at the very APC don't say we need a agree back, so it tells you they are not ready for it.
I want to go for short break. At the time for response, let's go for commercial break. Immediately after the break, I'll come to you for response.
Nothing on the pressure me. Nothing on the pressure me. Yeah.
After this superstar don't do plenty
Epic Radio.
And this time now the East you don't cancel and family no say now East time now the juice day now that make the BSK music don't join none with one of the biggest organization at East End that now the expert family for Bigam Bijan Toro I mean the Kuruba Salon music that now famous it's a no pressure concert where go happen at St. Michael Field that now local site 1 Saturday April 18 2026 7 o'clock sharp. Plenty other artists that go down there on stage for make you begin enjoying entertainment at a first degree and fumble for no say. Now 100 million you go pay for cities big superstar and plenty other one and back. You make a big the Cuba the way time for sponsor this event like local commercial bank, Gentle group of company, Leon Rock, C Coach, SLBC TV, AYV TV, Star TV, Epic Radio, Universal Radio, the expert family when are the host, free sale and free money. So family them. Now wait minute tell you because all the best DJs and MC, including the pride of SL, Dunia Animal or Vicky Dave of Cities in Radio, go down in attendance for kiss the microphone. It's No Pressure Concert 2026. Now the St. Michael Field with the one and only famous. Now what men tell you, the dates are April 18. Now they me go so because plenty yeah go there inside there because the locust targets go there on for make you enjoy entertainment at a first degree. The BSK music with famous.
You sabi Benimi?
I can tell you, that Solomon in first food love Dando.
Papa, Benimix don't come back home.
Hey, it's epic.
Fine. Now salon here and they make them. Now it make it always fresh and not here at all. Yes, so then they get 14 important vitamin them. When they make for big person, it they make
Epic Radio.
fresh. You don't ask for cook at all, and you they able to eat in the morning as breakfast, afternoon as lunch, even time self as dinner. Benimix get different type like picky mix and super mix for all ages. Members say Benimix then a packet and they write PLC panel. Benimix they all sign as a low for sale. But if you want to buy plenty, you are number 44 Battle Street Freetown or call on 078 134 541 073 661 648 or 088 077 678. Benimix, grow strong, grow smart.
Back to the Epic Morning Show review segment, and we still get Minkailu Payambakoma, member of the APC Publicity Secretariat, and also we get Honorable Abdul Muniru Lantana, we as well now former member of Parliament under the Sierra Leone People's Party. They review some of the biggest stories quickly. I've been saying before we go for the break, I'll give some time for response. But quickly, Michael, one question we have one for ask before you make a response. Samuel Akama, we know Naim being signed on behalf of the APC, and these meetings that we don't see so far is not in attendance. Was he called? Was he asked for by the moral guarantors? And who's there at the moment?
Yeah. I'm not going to talk about that for obvious reasons.
Okay.
But absence no gets an effect on the ongoing engagement.
Okay.
The engagement is going smoothly.
Okay.
We get tremendous respect for them, and very soon the party will begin engage with them. Yeah. On dialogue.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah. So let's proceed. You know, when my brother been the talk, I've been the laugh because I disagree with most of what he say. For let David Senge look in our face and talk say they don't implement 100% of the.
That's what he said today.
Yes, as I follow.
And I've just read the 8 resolutions.
For let he watch in our face and tell say they don't implement 100%. It's an insult to our collective intelligence, as not only APC but Sierra Leoneans. Because the unity agreement, not only APC interested in them, you get other parties who are interested in them. Not only we as politicians interested in them, you get other Sierra Leoneans that were interested in them. Because the democratic tenants in this country, for less sanity, they inside they dependent upon that agreement, the implementation, for prevent a reoccurrence of 2023, and we will not get another Bintu money. So now I go respond to me, brother, step by step. I've been busy to take note. Yeah, 100% implemented now. We'll not implement 100% it. All of the things that we say. Yeah, it say end non-participation in governance. It say APCB end non-participation in government, but don't resume and back. I mean, if me and you go into agreement, all what me for do at one. What you for do, you dey renege for one, you dey pay lip service to one, you dey do facade. You know, you expect me for continue with you. I go put a hold on what I dey do until me you to go back on the drawing table for address the inadequacies. Now that we do as a party. They say political prisoners. Now, one of the things that now they will be put forward politically motivated cases. It's about even Akisoya in case where they say get me or no. Now, most of the politically motivated cases, they're still there. They not even.
Not all alone.
No.
Like which one?
Most of the politically motivated cases. So
where
we been now? Where we been discuss with the moral guarantors? The one that we do presentation. Then present most the chairman, not less the president, but the chairman, Ambassador Osman for the Ansane. He said there are still some people in prisons. We still get people there. My brother not the cross-examine me. Please. You know the cross-examine me.
So I ask that if the list we submit, not to all the name they don't put.
According to the chairman. The custodian of the party's constitution.
So
you understand?
For the APC.
According for the APC, I said the party's constitution.
Yes. Again, I don't get you. Sorry. They don't confirm and say according to the party chairman. That's what he said.
You understand? He said not to everybody waiting for release, they don't release. He said even the one the way they exiled, we supposed for come. Most of them don't get clearance for come yet. You don't understand? He said even the politically motivated cases them. Now we know say some of them politically motivated cases they are. He also get for do there some of the COI cases that we not get merit. Because when they count they set up a transition committee, we born the commissions of inquiry. Some of them cases they needed to use as a political witch hunt for old people then at bay. You understand? We don't address them adequately to need for no day. So not to say we don't implement 100%. It's incorrect to say so. Again, he say inter-party dialogue. I mean, he say APC not comply. We not want the pull message. Nado. We not sign on nothing as agree. Say let we address it speech. The one that we the overseas where they incite violence. Law condemn. They say we not want to do it. Party. We don't do them.
You count most of the press release.
Yeah. Now wait, buddy, wait. You need to talk and listen. You go do a table research. And they tweet all of that.
Okay.
But now you do a table research. If you APC ask a question, you get search engines. Yeah. Then go tell you say did APC condemn hate speech as provided for by the Agreement for National Unity? The answer will be yes. The All People's Congress APC in Sierra Leone, in conjunction with the Sierra Leone People's Party SLPP government, has formally condemned hate speech and political violence as part of the Agreement for National Unity. You don't understand? Key details regarding this condemnation include joint commitment on June 3rd, 2024, the date all the day. The 3rd of June 2024, the APC and SLPP issued a joint statement specifically addressing the rise in political tension and hate speech both within Sierra Leone and in the diaspora. You don't understand? The agreements, the communique signed by both parties stated the government of Sierra Leone and the APC party strictly condemn all citizens at home and abroad who incite violence, spread hate speech, and disrupt national cohesion, online and offline. And government will continue all efforts to bring those involved into justice. Lansana Doumbouya, if you go further, then go tell you, see the party secretary general, I named the day, lawyer Lansana Doumbouya, he signed this press statement. SLPP secretary general Napoleon, at the time, he signed this statement. So, for Kansidong, my brother Muni will say, we don't ever pull statement, we don't ever condemn. No, we do them. We fulfill our own part of the bargain to a point that when some of our membership they be the reprimand, we say we don't go sign the death warrant. Some of our members then, you understand? Say now until we don't go sign, so government go after them and go begin hold them and go begin arrest them. So we do them. Let me brother and can say we not do them. We do them.
Okay.
You understand? Then again, we get beaucoup things there. One of the fundamental resolutions now that unity agreement day. Now the resolution we bond the tripartite we now resolution 3. We have not implemented it. Resolution 3. Now the preliminary is the normal day by force. You don't understand? Now I don't sit down with the director of external affairs now ECSL, Albert Masako. Now morning coffee. We admit say yes, most of the recommendations then they accept them. If they in draft form, they not begin implement it. He said now after the Easter holiday, this holiday will pass.
Yes.
He said now they begin implement them. But there is a recommendation 20. Now that tripartite committee, we say we forget an oversight committee where they oversee and supervise ECSL from Parliament. Now they will foresee this committee. We don't set it. You don't understand? These same recommendations until we say recommendation 39 till we say. We forget a search and nominating committee. It says for amend section 32(3) of the Constitution, section 2 of the Public Elections Act, and section 34 of the Constitution. We don't amend that. We don't amend it. This same recommendation 78 tell we say we for decide which system of government we want. If now first pass the post or if not proportional representation.
97
you know happen it. You get civil society they like Chadi, like IGR. Interreligious council, they all don't go do them findings, then count. They say overwhelmingly the people they say now first pass the post in a simple majority or constituency base. The amendments bill where they talk about the process begin at Parliament. We do first reading.
And be the part of the process.
Yes. APC be the part of our whole commence first reading.
Okay.
APC be they even urge for law proceed to second reading, then put her on halt because they still say at second reading because the entrenchment clause. You understand most of the thing that will for happen. Then no say each one at second reading then they vote and you forget 2/3 majority and the SLPP not get 2/3 majority, so they not really cross second reading and we go third reading back now vote back you forget 2/3 majority because we be the anticipation for don't amend them. The search and nominating committee come into existence and then go recruit commissioners now so they apply. Then go shortlist 3 names. We then go send to Mr. President. Mr. President now go inside them 3 names and they not they give priority to no. But now 3 no more. Mr. President go say now all the names and now where they don't send Muniru, they don't send Minkalu, they don't send Reginald. I go choose Reginald now. I send on a Parliament for approval.
Okay.
You don't understand? Who side they say for let be independent? They say slash for send representative. Bar association we say he approve of bar association for send representative. Interreligious council for send. The women's group then 50-50, then put together for send. Youth groups then for send. Sierra Leone Labour Congress for send. You don't understand? Now then they constitute the search and nominating committee. We not amend that constitution day. We not do that day yet.
Okay.
A lot of things and they will not do it.
Right,
even the PPLC. One platform they now political now the ECSL where they call PPLC, Political Parties Liaison Committee, where now they take every crucial decision for election, procurement of elections material, including ballot boxes, printing of ballot papers, computers, printers, recruitment of staff. Now they take the decision.
Right.
They say, Lord, reconstitute, and have we done that? Now, even the steering committee, when they go grab, then go settle, then take 9 ministers, then put on the, then put about 20-something people, and then only give APC 3 space. We will be get equal representation. He say, now 8 will be get.
Okay. Thank you.
No. But let me conclude on this.
Yes. Okay.
In fact, now 7 representatives will be get. 7. Yeah. So if they can't constitute a steering committee now, where this party don't make recommendation for party, why we not forget equal representation?
Thank you.
How was Golo Kata recruited? We don't know. How was he recruited? How we are staff of the secretariat recruited? How we are being recruited?
Thank you very much. I want to take this report. The Ministry for Health all one engagement with paramount chief and community leaders them on how for reach 0 dose vaccination for picking them through community bylaws. Them will protect Bele woman and picking them now the country. As part of the government 300-day 0 dose campaign in immunization, the engagement take place this Thursday, April 16th. This year, na the New Bufis Hotel, Jomo Kenyatta Road, inside Freetown. Marion Precious George be witness the program and we file in this report.
The 300-day 0 dose campaign now one key component of the country border 000 initiative where the government of Salone through the Ministry of Health launched this bientem as way for end the way and manner Bele woman and picking them they die in the country, and the campaign represents a shift from irregular vaccination drive to sustained daily push as way for make sure say no picking no left behind. The engagement where the ministry all with paramount chief and community leader them across the country. Now one way for including set of people here inside the campaign as key stakeholder them we go able pass the message on immunization to them people. We able to talk during the engagement. The chief medical officer clinical Dr. Mustafa Kaba say paramount chief and community leader them voice very important, and that's now one of the reason we make them engage them as way for push the 3-0 agenda because them people they listen to them.
We don't reduce maternal mortality, human the way they go born and die by 70% over the last decade. But you know enough, we still get 30% of women the way they go die. And hold on, what's happen when make them die? Some of them are still we will prevent. If we tell Oja, we work with the community, we work with the chief them, we work with the woman the way get better, we work with the husband them. We will reduce them to 0. Now make we don't come by this campaign. Will you make sure say what we need now hospital there, we get them. Will you get the people that we train? Will you get the supplies? Will you build infrastructure all at the now all over the country? Will you make new hospitals there? Will you build more back carrying put a new 100-bed hospital? Will get the maternal center of excellence that come on? Will you train health workers there? Get free schools there, women that specialize, nurse there for take care of people there where they born. All that kinds of things they will do.
Dr. Mustafa Kaba also called on paramount chief and community leader them for join hand with the ministry for spread the message to community people and set up bylaw them we go protect the health of women and picking them. Inside Yon talk, the medical officer integrated immunization for the World Health Organization, Dr. Mitula Pamela say
we will continue to work closely with the government of Sierra Leone and the communities to improve the health outcomes in Sierra Leone. Let me use this opportunity to renew our collective commitment to achieve 0 preventable maternal deaths, 0 child deaths, and 0 dose children across the districts in Sierra Leone.
Inside Yon talk, the Deputy Minister for Health, Dr. Charles Senesi, said the community key in the work where the ministry they do, and said the success in the reduction of maternal mortality happened because of the support where them get from community them. The same way so say the ministry ready for work with chief them as well for sustain the 300-day zero-dose campaign and protect the future generation.
We Unayo Pekin, we leverage a lot of our support right across the country. It doesn't matter which side you come from, that everybody of Mama and Daddy, and we let's plan out together for make sure to protect the children of this country and the world at large. Sierra Leone, they lead a lot. This next week we'll get all the ministers of West Africa and Sierra Leone. We can still showcase what to do, and they really commend you for what you do in the health sector. Everything that the pandemic response, Ebola, and then COVID, and then Mpox. Most of the strategies that inside this country develop, and the vaccine all the ask for, the people that they take out, then we will stop most of the diseases in our way that we open and celebrate. I want to thank you very much for one answer to the call, for being just to roll out this 300 days of activism for protecting Mama Salome.
But wetin Paramount Chief them think about this engagement? PC by Kompa Bomboli III, na the regional chairman Northwest Region for the National Council of Paramount Chiefs, we talk on behalf of the council.
We assure the government through the ministry that we will do the utmost for me to say and end whatever illness, whatever kind of way we are suspect for medical complete, and we always continue for complete for end within the shortest time frame. We will use the last tools where we want that whosoever the traditional herbs will always work together, and we assure them of the fullest cooperation we deserve for men to always work hand in hand and see that this country always remain top of everything, and we always try for any outbreak we can towards this country as well.
Paramount Chief and traditional leader them will be present na the engagement. Same way so make a commitment for institute bylaw them na them different community them we go support the campaign and self-protect the well body of Moso Bello woman and picking them na the country. Na them different community them for the epic morning show. Marion Precious, George.
All right, Honorable, like you, at least 1 or 2 minutes for respond quickly. I'll open the phone line.
And they really make it short because one thing my brother do for me, we make this discussion very easy now that when it comes to the peace statement, where I say it goes straight na short engine and a pull 'em. So I be the expect and say if we don't go na the very short engine as well for ask whether the names APC submitted were honoredly released or not, but you not do them. So it tells you the name they will don't do all because there is no more additional names. And the other thing where is saying that Albert Masakoi from NEC don't clearly state say processes are on. It tells you when it comes to electioneering implementation, you're not going to implement it until the action takes place. And then make the media person, when the director of communication, when Albert, he make and clearly say the recommendation will pertain to them. One, they not be getting substantively that way they don't get now through the election of the electoral commissioner when Edmond Alpha. Now they don't constitute the committee for able to look at everything centered to them for be actionable for meet up the 2028 election. And the other thing where I want my brother know clearly, now when it comes to lawmaking process, it talk about the chat committee, the nomination committee for appoint the commissioner.
Yeah.
One thing where in need for know, we get two things where they start lawmaking. We go to call commencement date and commencement. The commencement date now the day where a law they be signed by either the president or where parliament they pass out. Then the commencement now the date where they show say this law go begin work so time. Now make for instance if you take the Criminal Procedure Act of 2024. When they begin use them now September 2025. So it tells you even if the tripartite recommendation within a parliament now in form of a bill becomes a law, it no means say automatic then go use them either in the 2028 election or whatever. Now they then go agree whether the nomination or chat committee will begin work for meet up with in 2033 election or this law takes effect immediately. And until that is done, me and him no get that power for council and say it has not been done yet. The president is wrong to appoint. No, the president appointed the commissioner as prescribed for by law in the 1991 Act number 6 of 1991. When are the book where me and my brother they use we guide we.
Thank you, let's take calls now quickly. Hello, good morning.
Morning, I didn't say that the call from sincere.
Yeah, go ahead.
You see, in life, anything they do, we have to be sincere. Well, here is a situation. The SLPP former member of parliament, they say, the speaker be right for say they not see the document. And I read the leader of government or the opposition say, then write to them and tell them say this deal is supposed to be ratified. If outside people and they go into an agreement and sincere, but what can they do? Believe me, now the leader of government business for that government say no, not going to will rectify. But they did not do that. They get the intention and the motive. Because after all that, you are them to talk. How now gentleman's agreement, this and that, you know, they're in a parliament. But if you're not in a parliament, if you're in a good faith, now no go and come. And they will saying, you know, they expect the people of this country. If strangers of this kind standing, they don't come for can deliberate until when we don't sign on. However, that thing they be, where you get for go attend to. Believe me, there are other ministers where you get for don't ask. They have where they go. And first of all, when the listener said that presentation, it was so arrogant that that is what don't you say it's supposed to be among this.
Thank you. Don't go way overboard the 1 minute, and please let's be civil as well. On how we make we comment on the program this morning, please. Remember the views of the callers and of the guests solely on to them and not reflected on radio. Hello.
Yeah, boy from Godrich.
Boy, go ahead.
I think say the APC for no say the people and the grassroots they wait for let them conduct lower level election. All that is a distraction. The lower level election and for use for prepare for 2028. 2023 is 5 years away. 2028 and 2 years from now. So if they don't do that, you go find out that the grassroots will become very disgruntled. And they will simply just change certain PDP, other party they go present credible opposition. So therefore waste time and try to put their acts together for do this grassroots election. All that here, yeah, but still the most important is for prepare the grassroots for the election. Thank you.
079994993. The APC I think we don't get the lower level election. It's they only forget for now a few years. But I'll take few calls 079994993. That's number way you will be part of the program this morning. Please limit on to the things I will discuss. Hello.
Yeah, good morning.
Morning.
Yeah. One thing I want to ask the panelists and the studio. Number one, then I don't equity demand the talk. It can make law today and not can be effective until the stated dates. And then second, the question I have to ask is that what if they set up this Asia committee, then get the 3 people that they presented to the president? If the president say you know see anyone among the way qualified, what will be next? And I will say and say this will be like a back and front. Any election, they get processes the way they get for go through. We all need for put in place step by step. If they rush for do certain things the way they affect this country. Remember, even till 9 o'clock in the midnight, and they pass law in a parliamentary elected, they don't affect you. So yeah, let them take time do all of the things they are. The better we delay, we get a perfect leader, we rush for do them, then it will affect you back in the wrong ground. Thank you.
Thank you. Lamin Denke na Facebook, they say the government is not sincere with the implementation of the tripartite recommendation by even classifying it as a gentleman's agreement. Mohammed Conte say, if I may ask, where are the 13 other political parties that the government was talking about approving the consultation of the CSL boss appointment? Are they participating in tripartite negotiation? Did they raise any concern about the way they are treating them? That is from Facebook. Will I take this call? I'll go back and take more Facebook messages simultaneously. Hello.
Hello, good morning, Alex from Fubero.
Yeah, go ahead.
The whole problem where they cause this impasse between the opposition and the government, it has to do with insincerity. Because all this happens, so the government now, when they be the opposition, they get chance to do this thing. When they get issue with elections, they go through the system. When the right procedure, they go to court, and the court then through the case outside. It's all the denial of God in destiny. God not destiny says this president will get here 9 to be president of the country. But when the APC see they refuse for president here, even when you win election, they say, now read the election for them, now they cause this whole problem for them. And they will ever continue to forget problem until they go for accept the presidency now, God and the destiny. God not the presidency with president country here. As no get to the next election. Now the waste time. Say can we beat Sebastian?
Don't go way over about 1 minute. I'm afraid we go take another call. So Jesus Ibobo, they say this is the same APC that was so disrespectful to the moral guarantors when they were in power. Today they are calling them to help settle their problem. If we had respect for our own institution and law, we should not be facing this issue. Let us learn to embrace dialogue instead of abandoning responsibility we were elected to carry out on behalf of the voters. That is from Jesus Imbobo na Facebook. And send that message here. Let's take this one quickly. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Yeah, morning.
Yeah, Michael, you call from Bullfields.
Go ahead, Michael.
Yeah, I think these two political parties really they take me for the citizen like a joke. I when me what they talk about political motivated cases, they fight for their freedom. So if you be a politician, you do the wrong thing, they put you and say the law say you guilty. Therefore say because a political case, so they for free. What about when are the ordinary citizens? We all they do things they also when then they only the local, they're not a protest for their free. Not only for politicians that they talk for. Then secondly, as well, we see now so the opposition be say they don't need Christian at all for the second time. But then go ahead and appoint them. Sometimes they talk say what goes around comes around. Although we know they look forward for that, will let it be tit for that. But you also get for take the time for put your case will let it go be solved. Not to in violence, not by force, like say you force the person say which you want nine for B. Then get for see reason.
Thank you very much. Maybe 3 more calls I will take and wrap up the program very shortly. 079-994-993. That's the number where Yusuf can call and be part of the program this morning. Hello. Hello.
Good morning, Regina.
Yes, Commander Jibo, go ahead.
My brother, thank you. But I want you, I want to tell you. Now, you know, say, Salo people retire, eh? For them two political parties, but anytime more than they na radio, now they sabi speak English. But why some of we can be part and parcel to their program, yeah? Let them two political parties and not say not to them get this country. And this country belong for us. And let them not say more than guarantor legal people that they listen them. But what did they talk this morning? And somebody hold on my old mic for 20 years. Government in, government out. Because I don't believe in party. I don't believe in no political party. I believe in Sierra Leone. Me, they ask them. Now, we are the modern guarantor there. Yes, and a country, if we are not able to solve a problem, ask people then come ready there. But really, I look at the interreligious council, the legal-minded people, when they fail for tell them to political party. But yeah, me, I talk for my country. We not try come together. Not for them when I gain power.
Thank you, Commander Jibo. Thank you so much, Commander Jibo. Please, don't go over about the 1 minute. So, 2 more calls, and then I go over to me guest them for respond quickly. 07994-993. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, Pamusa.
Nam, thank you.
Yes.
And Mr. Mikailu, this is good for you. Now, they don't get sign up Serif. What you wanna go learn by this? Then I so say most of una member they na prison. And I think I gonna get one of una blocker when Mohammed Moriba and himself one day I know una talk about him. So I don't know what you go able to tell me what una go learn by this by sign up Serif and jail one. Then I go to the former honorable and sign up Serif what he talk for say if anybody wey thief election, let them run after a family, then kill them. I don't know if you not talk, if you are not, or listening fine. And I want to ask now if you sign up Serif call somebody in name. Yes. For say, yes, would that thief election, let them run after them. He call post in name, either somebody can in charge of for thief election. Then that one they say, if you get $2 million, you able count one as alone, and the count one as alone. Then two word there, now which one are the biggest word so far? Now that's someone gets.
Thank you, Pamusa. 079-994-993. Last year, almost short. Maybe I take one more, and then we go over to Studio 2. All right, let's talk to the scholar quickly. Hello.
Hello, Epic Radio.
Yes.
Mina Mohammed, I call from Shell.
Go ahead, Mohammed.
APC don't already lay platform for 2028 election for discredit in case if they lost the election. Yeah, this na the party who then don't discredit all institutions in this country. Then one time they sack vice president, sack mayor, sack anyone we know they in line with them. No tripartite, nothing. This country are subject to the new rules. Listen there, say the time down or neither them pull lending. If the APC they try for muscle this government, anything that they do, then they go against them. Anything we government they do, then they go against them. Well, if in the moral guarantor now then get for vote for 2028, or the citizen of this country now then get for vote 2028, well, we will see. But the only thing, let them be careful. Let them be careful and don't lay platform. All the social media handle there. Social insightful message. Let them be careful, please.
All right, I think I don't take any call again. I'll start with Mikhail, but this time I'll start with Honorable Munir quickly.
Yes.
From the callers.
Indeed, I want to tell the caller then thank you, and it tells you message being put across. And if you listen to the last caller, plenty things then they way we don't happen in this country. Me not kill for go to them because they were a gross violation of the constitution of this country. We see Usai Emasi Lamina today, then remove them na economy real. Nobody not even cough because when them they do and they say shit to no they remove a whole vice president. Nothing. In fact, where ECOWAS give the president ruling in the vice president ruling in favor, then say ECOWAS not get jurisdictional power over Sierra Leone law. So Sierra Leone an independent body. But thank God, people then know really waiting they happen, and the man where they out there don't remind them. And the other caller as well, a very active thing. We no one see we go into 2028 election where SLPP go for win hands down. The APC begin go say now for Edmond Alpha in appointed one make we win. So what do they expect them for do at this moment? Let them try run up with them primary election. Let them get to a formidable opposition. Come 2028, so they beat them back with we new flag bearer who go for introduce a market for the people of this country, coupled with the development the way this government don't do for this country. And if you listen the other callers and texters them back, you hear and say APC don't now engage the media and every other place with hate speech. We still they ask them as part of the peace communique, let them continue for disassociate themselves with them people here and make sure say them people here refrain from them thing there, because this is the only Sierra Leone that we have, and whatever happen in a salon where an effect go affect we all. So I want to let them know. And the other caller we say David Senge not expect the moral guarantor. I want for say a day far from truth, because they don't get a meeting with them. We don't tell you say the engagement we forget to they don't done. And if you listen me brother in letter, no, the issue now, the people the way they come together now different from David Senge in your part. Okay. David Senge don't do your part. So they don't engage them. Okay. Now today now like a farewell now, because you listen the letter me brother read. The 17th that don't tell you see all the protocol where they for do don't done. So today is a farewell. Fine. Now for just go to president now for let them see president for say yes we don't care, we don't do XYZ. And I make like I tell you why they can't say president block me. How you perceive the meeting today, a crucial meeting? You say now just farewell. I have been part of international body engagement. Okay. And what I tell you, they tell you with authority say at this last stage now, now for just let them give their findings to president. Thank you. Now I tell you say president block me why they can. President don't reach in office long ago today because it got from me to the now today for let them give and whatever they don't get that as them findings and recommendation. In which capacity, but as chair of ECOWAS or as president of Salon? As president of Salon, because now here they come. So whatever they do here, the final box, where they do tripartite, do say end. Not to president. Thank you. So whatever happens ends with president. Thank you very much. All right, I'd like to Mikhail for response to the callers quickly, and your expectation for today's meeting quickly.
Yeah, thank you very much. Yes, to the callers then, but before the callers then, let's go first to my brother. My brother say I've been go search and show say indeed we've been write a communique for condemn hate speech and for agree with what the tripartite say, but I'm not talking about what we get for do with them. The list of prisoners. If you also search you, they get on day a very clear day. Based on the report, up to April 2026, the APC and the government of Sierra Leone have disputed the full implementation of the Agreement for National Unity, particularly regarding the release of all individuals listed by the party.
Okay.
You don't understand? He did it. In fact, I don't want to go to him too much, but let's proceed to the other people that we call. Now, to the callers then, the truth of the matter is, you see some people and they make calls where you know say being the wire, then just they call using political lens. They know they call, I mean, as people that wait for make contribution, wait for contribute meaningfully to the debate. Now, I don't forget about list of political prisoners. APC to focus on lower level. Anybody thinks they will not focus on the lower level, they make very serious mistake. You know, say we don't pull press release for level constituency elections and start the 16th of May.
Yeah,
you know, say we don't conduct elections now 446 wards now this country. But you not go say because they do you lower level elections, you know, for address other business of the day and left governance issues unattended to. Conduct lower level, not conduct lower level. What you get for end up now the 2028 elections. So all of the things that we for make the 2028 elections come out fine. Let it be credible, let it be fair, let it be transparent. Let confusion or the vote abandon all of that because of lower level elections. I mean, we get different bodies that are the government, na the party. We get the IEMC, one are the Independent Elections Management Committee, then they for conduct elections. We get the ICB, one are the Independent Elections Complaints Board. We get the Secretariat of the party where they follow up on then governance issues here day to day. So everybody gets a role for perform. The lower level elections, even the balance, the remaining ones there, PPRC they done with the petitions then by early next week, and we go pull date again for the remaining rerun there for wards. We don't pull date for constituency.
Smaller one anyway already invalid.
Yeah, we get a lot way valid. Like the entire Kailan, all the constituency and wards they not get petition. Okay. Kenema, we get about 11 constituency, we get about 43 wards. Now only one ward get issues there. Okay. You get Boku wards that will not get issues. Right. So now I make we say constituency elections they begin on the 16th of May. So simultaneously we they go then here. You not go say because of constituency elections, you not go attend to governance issues. Okay. Where even if we get all the constituency elections, we get all the lower level elect flag bearer. If we not get this right, now for nothing. So they need the one the way they listen and send message. Right. They need for no than day. It say if they elect 3 people, if they select 3 people, then presidency nobody not qualify. But they talk about the search and nominating committee. This person, the search and nominating committee, who side bar association, they who side slash the Labour Congress day, who side the woman and get representation. Then people then they all not go give 3 names to president. 3 president not go see need for choose one per name then they. Now make where they apply, you they send the qualification. You understand? Let them know that they clearly. So not to like say no more, then they go say. Then just take people that are random in the streets and go give their names to president. Not to so then get for doing. We need for no. Gentleman's agreement, yes. The one we get for do David Senge not respecting moral guarantors, yes. In conduct disrespectful to moral guarantors. Because in are the chief negotiator. Yeah, in fact, now the chairman for the steering committee where government be set for implementing the tripartite recommendation. Any other person can represent president, if not president, he go represent himself. We get the foreign minister. We get other ambassadors and high commissioners and then countries and they, because of the importance of the activity where they go now, moral guarantors from ECOWAS, from Commonwealth, from the UN, they're all there. I mean, you when are the chief negotiator, not be supposed to left the shores of this country till until they return. No matter what happen. If not delay self, you go delay trip. Right. So it raises a lot of issues them. I mean, but the fact of the matter is, we as APC not distracted. We know say by the time the moral guarantors then go conclude, we go get final solution to this political impasse. We want let governance continue. But even in the continuation of governance, we not go compromise the things that we go make the elections not come up fine in 2028. Okay. We're ready for sit on a table for dialogue at any time. We're ready for sit with government and all partners. But at the end of the day, the principles we actually bind we together, we go keep the democratic tenets alive. That particular principle, they will not be compromised. The one who then talk about APC not be respect moral guarantors. In fact, will not be get moral guarantors. There was no need for moral guarantors. In 2007, 2012, okay. Even 2018, where they announced, Ali announced that President Bio win. Ernest Baikoma wasted no time, but for give clear instructions, let them announce President Bio. And you see, we watch the handing over. And Nkrumah attend President Bio inaugural ceremony in a stadium.
Yeah.
He get handing over notes. That tell you say we now people that will respect democracy.
Okay.
As
Bakaba did for him.
For national unity.
Not also Bakaba do for her.
By 2028, whosoever we choose as flag bearer President Bio go hand over peacefully to that person by 2028.
Not so Bakaba do for her.
Thanks, so now we call and send a message.